Yo, what's up, everybody? What is up? How are you all doing tonight? Make sure you hit that fucking thumbs up button, guys. That's what we need to see. Make sure you share this stream. Get on your Twitter and share. Don't be stingy. Just get on your Twitter and share that shit. Come on, guys. That's right. It's that time of night. Are you guys ready? Did you invite your friends? Did you invite your friends for tonight's show? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Trailer Park Live right here on the 2nd Street Marvel, where we are coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In case you don't already know, my name is Trinity. I am the host here at the 2nd Street Marvel, and what I typically do here on the Trailer Park Live is I talk about a few of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then we get in and well, today we're going to have a guest, and then we talk about just some of the different topics that have kind of happened throughout the week. And speaking of which, before I get into the show, I want to let you guys know, first, I want to say thank you all so much to every single one of my Patreon supporters who are become monthly Patreon supporters, and they donate as little as $1 all the way up to, well, however much you want to. Thank every single one of those people who are, thank you, I guess, to every single one of those people who are Patreon supporters. Your donations are greatly appreciated. I do really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much, and I am going to be using some of that money to upgrade some things here on the channel going forward. Now, one thing I also want to say is thank you to all the people who have been sending in direct donations via Streamlabs. There is a link down in the description where you can go and send in some of those donations, just direct donations, because I'm not monetized here, don't have super chats or anything like that, but it will pop up on the screen just the same as if you send in a super chat, and I'll answer your questions or whatever, whatever have you with those. I do greatly appreciate all of that as well. And one other thing I wanted to get off the top is, something else I need here. I'm looking for one person, and I've got a couple friends I'm going to reach out to. I'm looking for one person who wants to maybe be like an executive producer, if you will, here on the channel. Maybe 2 of them, I don't know, or 3 of them, however many, because there are some other things that I want to look into over for this next year that I would like to get a couple people to, maybe back me up here on the channel, and like I said, be like an executive producer here on the channel. Thank you all so much. Now, getting right into some of the comic books that I have to talk about for the week. I'm starting right off with Everything issue number 4. 4? Yeah, issue number 4. Now, guys, this book is a horror tale that's kind of taking place in this little town called Holland, Michigan, in which a lot of strange things are going on here. And very interesting stuff. Basically, this big box retailer had opened up in this little town, and it was a little town, and like something weird has happened in this town ever since then. And what we find here is there's this guy. He's an audiophile. He has this this store where he sells like sound systems and things like that. But he's been noticing these strange changes going on in the city as well. And he went through in one of the previous issues was sweeping the town for just different sound waves and things like that. And he thinks he's found a solution. That's what we learn about in this book as well. As he comes across somebody else who has kind of been affected by this world. Now, what we find is that the city the city is being affected by this retailer. There's something evil and sinister going on here, and they're kind of taking control of their citizens. Really weird stuff. Great book. I've really enjoyed this book. Issue number 4 of Everything is definitely a series. I think you guys should check the series out. Seriously, just like some really cool stuff going on here with this series. I really do like it, and that is on Dark Horse Comics there. And as a matter of fact, this book is being written by Christopher Cantwell. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know who Christopher Cantwell is, but he's actually currently writing the Doctor Doom series, and from what I've heard, he's been doing a very, very good job of that. Moving right on, the next ones I want to talk about here are some I haven't got a chance to read yet, but these are the 2099 tie-ins for Ghost Rider, Venom, and Fantastic Four. Now, Fantastic Four, I believe, released 2 weeks ago, and I just didn't get a chance to read it. I completely forgot about it. And these ones just released this week. Now, I've been reading this 2099 series, and like I said, guys, I've got a kick-ass comic book shop. If you have a local comic book shop near you, you should get out there and support them. Most of them are really badass. Mine's we're in kind of a small town, and it's very local, and they've been very supportive here of the channel is all I'm saying, and they have allowed me to read some of these books so I can bring you guys some reviews. Those are some of the things that I do for you guys, right? Because, and that's some of the things they do for you guys, because they're so awesome and very supportive of me here at the channel. And this is, that's something else that, has kind of made it, my Patreon supporters have, kind of kept me motivated towards also is bringing you guys some of this good content. I'm telling you, I'm doing everything I can to bring you guys the best content available. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is Marauders. Now, I did a review of Marauders issue number 3 on Tuesday. It dropped on Tuesday night. And this book, guys, sadly, I think this book isn't going to last longer than maybe 10 or 12 issues. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because this book is being written by Jerry Dugan. It's a really good book, but what's going on in this book, I just don't see it lasting forever. And speaking of which, this Jonathan Hickman X-Men, how he's kind of rebooted them in the Marvel universe in the comic books, I've really liked it. I've liked what they've done with all of the tie-ins here, because they're all interconnected and they're really telling a good story. Now, the downside is there are 6 titles that spun out of the House of X and Powers of X, and not all of them are really great titles, and not all of them are worth your time in reading. And I gotta say, I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago talking about my ranking list, and I want you guys to know that that ranking list is really only the books that I think that you need to be reading, not necessarily the ones that are my favorite. Because I will tell you what differs here for me, and there was several reasons why that I had that, but like the books that I think you should be reading absolutely out of this series, as far as my favorite ones, are X-Men, and actually X-Men issue number 3 was like the really good one out of the 3. The other 2 were just kind of silliness with some cool stuff sprinkled in there, not a whole lot. And then the X-Men series, X-Force, has been absolutely great. I've been pulling all the issues of X-Force. I really do like what's going on in the X-Force series. And the other one that I am adding to my pull list is Marauders. The rest of them, again, my local comic book shop has been kick-ass about lending me those so I can bring you guys some reviews, and I'm somewhat kind of helping them out on their Facebook page a little as well. I'm gonna get some videos shot for them and send them in to the guy who does their social media stuff. But so I went ahead and actually picked up issue number 2, because this was one that I just did a review on and I forgot to pick it up. So I got issue number 2 and issue number 3 here, guys. Again, guys, I've really been enjoying the series. What Jonathan Hickman has been doing here, keeping these all tied together, has been really good. Now, like I said, there has been some downfalls. Teeny Howard's been writing Excalibur. This issue number 3 this week has got to be probably the worst one of them all. Issue number 1 was okay, but it has to be, because it has to reel you in to wanting to read the story. And it was okay all together. I would say so far this series has not... the Excalibur series has been, it's alright. It's alright, but Marauders has been really good. I like the story that's been going on in it. The next one is Jedi Fallen Order Dark Temple, issue number 5. Now, this is the 5th and final issue. Now, this book actually tells the story of what we're getting of, like, the prequel before Cal Kestis takes over in Jedi the Fallen Order. So when I first played that game, I kind of felt familiar and a little, like with those characters and just kind of the world that was going on. This is the issue number 5. I haven't got a chance to read it, but I can't wait to read this one. And what I'm going to do is bring you guys a review of this full series and how I think it's been great tying into the video game, because the video game is quite cool. I haven't got a chance to read it much, but if you want somebody who's been breaking down each and every issue, you need to go check out my brother Lord Callus, part of the Dark Council here on YouTube. You should go check him out. Check out his videos. We're shooting live, so I don't have any links or anything I can throw up here. Maybe I'll put one down in the description, or I'll put, maybe one of my great moderators will drop that down there in the description as well. Because Lord Callus, if you love Star Wars, Lord Callus is somebody that you guys need to be watching. Something else I picked up at the store this week was something I talked about, I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, is The Amazing Mary Jane issue number 2. This, I think, was on my pull list, or it's supposed to be. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been very critical of Leigh Williams' writing here on the channel. I've got to tell you guys, I have really been enjoying Amazing Mary Jane. Been doing an absolutely great book writing this book. A great job writing this book. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've been highly critical of Leia Williams, but I think this is just the right title, the right story for her. And guys, I've told you this about Leia Williams writing because I've been critical here on the channel. This is all I wanted. I wanted to see her improve. I wanted to see her tell a story that I thought was good, that was enjoyable, that was fun, and this is it, guys. So I went ahead and finally picked that up. I meant to pick that up the same week that I reviewed it because I've actually really been liking that issue. Now, in case you guys didn't check out my comic book pull list from earlier this week, one of the things I pulled here was The Shape of Elvira. This is issue number 4. And guys, I got this photo cover variant just because, guys, it's Elvira, man. Come on. I've loved Elvira since I was a little kid. Who doesn't love Elvira? Come on. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Come on. How could you not like Elvira here, guys? Like, that's just a beautiful cover of a very beautiful woman. And she's older than me, and man, I'm telling you, Elvira still looks good. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I haven't really read any of the Elvira comics, but I was at my local comic book shop today, and I just happened to see they had this Virgin variant cover of this same issue, and I thought it was so badass. Look at that. And they did have the regular one that was a couple of dollars cheaper. You know, it was a few dollars cheaper to get the one that has, you know, the printing that says, you know, Shape of Elvira, issue number 4 and all that stuff on here. But look at that. Why would you want to cover up that beautiful artwork with all that other stuff on there? I don't know, man. But I thought that was a very beautiful cover. And again, I haven't read this series. From what I've heard from anybody that has, is it's a pretty funny series. It's just kind of cute and quirky. I don't know, just Elvira doing her thing, I guess. And like I said, I haven't read it, but guys, I've got a thing for Elvira. I have since I was a kid. Come on, right? So that's all I've got for my comic books for the week. Like I said, on the X-Men thing, guys, if you guys are following that story, it's been a very good one. X-Men has largely been not so serious until here in issue number 3 that dropped this week. And then X-Force has been really good, and Marauders has been really excellent. Again, I can't blame anybody if they're not reading all of the series, pulling all of them or anything like that. Hey, it's perfectly understandable because it can be very expensive. And like I said, I've been lucky that my local comic book shop has been kick-ass in letting me borrow some of these so I can bring you guys some reviews. But that's all I've got for my comic books this week, guys. We've got a whole lot of things we've got to talk about today. One of the things we've got today is we've got a special guest here on the show. We've got SnowDub Music and Entertainment here. Jolly is going to be here with us on the show here in just a minute. But, you know, there's just a lot of other things going on out there in the world, and we're going to be talking to him. Let's not forget we got that Black Widow trailer earlier this week. We also got just some other things going on as well out there, just kind of in the fan universe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and stop flapping my gums here. Going to get on my computer, and we're going to get the rest of this show on the road. Now, like I said, guys, don't forget there are some links down there where you can donate some money to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I really do greatly appreciate all that. And again, it's not anything. I'm not sitting here begging you for money and expecting you to have to do any of that. A lot of people do this out of the generosity of their own hearts, you know, because I put a lot of work into this channel, and there's a whole lot of creators out there that do, and I would highly suggest, you know, basically, you know, support your favorite creators. There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I've gotten such a great response from my Patreon supporters. I'm going to start doing some more videos just for them. But I guess you could say so far my Patreon supporters have been so awesome. And basically, I get paid $1 a day by my Patreon supporters. Well, basically, $1 a day is what I make throughout the month. So I'm making I think I'm making $32 a month for my Patreon supporters. Again, you can follow the links down to the Patreon down there and learn a little bit more about that. And I try to be as transparent as possible. You can see what all the money's going to and all of that stuff. So far, I've got the money. I'm going to order a new green screen so it can be bigger. It can hopefully do some more cool things here on the channel for you guys. So we're going to hop off the camera here, and we're going to go ahead and get into the rest of the show. Let's get it on. Hey, what's up, yo? Jenner check. Woo! All right, man. I hope y'all having a good night tonight. Y'all know me. I'm Myrtle, man. Now, I hijacked the show tonight, man, and you know what? We brought a special guest on here. That's why I came in tonight. We got our special friend here. We got SnowDub Music and Entertainment. What's up, my brother?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, is there an echo?
Not on my end. Are you guys hearing an echo over there? If you guys are hearing an echo, let me know.
I've been drinking a lot. I just want to make sure I'm not hearing stuff.
No, man, I don't hear nothing right now.
All right, good then. What the hell's going on around there?
Oh man, just hanging out, just had a pretty long week this week, man. Like had a long night of going out and partying the boys, getting all drunk and, riding our hogs, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my buddy Kermit, he likes to ride a hog too.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. He likes to ride them hogs in a different way though, man. He was here on the show a couple weeks ago, man. He's a cool dude, man. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a crazy fucker, ain't he? But I like him too. We tend to hang out and do shows together. We keep it tight, the Cotton Connection.
Yeah. All right. So what you been up to, man?
Oh, just been doing some streaming here and there, and I reckon I've been hanging out with that Mad Max feller on Sunday nights. I think I seen you over there too, didn't I, Myrtle?
Yeah, man. Sitting over there hanging with that Max guy. That dude's kind of a crazy dude, man. Like, that dude just makes me laugh my ass off when I watch his show.
Yeah, he makes me about as happy as a puppy with two payers. In fact, I slap my knee every time I see his videos. He's a funny son of a bitch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he is, man. Like, I don't even know what's going on with that guy sometimes. I sit there and I watch his show and I'm like, what the hell's this guy screaming about? That dude sure is mad. I don't get it.
Yeah, he gets so upset about that Jeremy guy. I don't know what it's all about, but I guess that's his prerogative. And all I know is I'm glad I'm not that Jeremy guy. He likes me. He likes this Jolly.
Yeah, man. Hashtag I stand with Jolly, y'all.
Oh, yeah. And hashtag Jenner Chick.
Yeah. So, man, what else you been up to besides hanging out there with that Max guy, man?
Oh yeah, well, we got that Ribbit and Bigot show we do there every Saturday night. We got Kermit coming on, and I'm gonna give you all a little sneak peek for tomorrow night, exclusive right here on Second Street Marvel's channel. You hear it here first. We're gonna have us Mickey Mouse.
Oh, what? Y'all kidding me, man?
Yeah, he's gonna come on. We're gonna give him something that he never seen before. We're gonna give him a piece of our mind.
You gonna really have the little Mickey Mouse on there, the one with the little round ears?
That's the one.
Oh, dude, I've been watching him on that Disney Pluses. Man, I'm telling you, man, that dude's pretty crazy. He got that little thing where he's sitting there playing with the steering wheel and he's whistling, he goes, man, I can't whistle, man. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
He's a crazy son of a bitch. He's got all them political identity agendas going on in them Star Wars movies. And we're gonna call him out on it. We're gonna put that Mickey Mouse on the spot. And if you guys want to yell at him, you come on over to my channel and check her out, and you let him know how you feel in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I totally hear what you're saying. Hey, let's go ahead and say what's up to everybody in the chats, man. And don't forget, you guys, there's some links down there in the chat, in the description. You can send us in a tip if you want to, man. Pimping these hoes ain't easy. All right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We need extra beer money, too. I'm almost out.
Hell yeah. So anyway, guys, all right, let's see. Tonight looks like we got us the Senate here. You ever heard of that guy, the Senate? You ever heard of that guy, SnowDubs?
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. Doesn't he do them memes and stuff?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. That dude's kind of crazy, man. He cracks me up when I see him, man. But that dude, he's kind of like our next guy, Tommy here. Tommy's like the hardest working moderator on YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah, that Tommy, he knows how to work that wrench, boy. I swear he's a mechanic.
Oh, yeah, he does know how to work that wrench, man. He does. I see that dude everywhere, though, man. Like, that, seriously, I don't even think Nightbot works as hard as that guy does.
No, he's a real good guy. In fact, I'll even let him fuck my sister.
Oh, yeah, all right, man. We all seen him before. I mean, her, damn.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, it's kind of like the town back down there in the trailer park. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. Y'all know how we roll here, man. Anyway, let's see, But we also got that Raju here, man. He's a pretty cool dude. I see him around a lot. We got Social Introvert TV. Oh yeah, man. I seen that dude the other day, over on that Young Ripper channel, man. He's a pretty cool dude, man. I'm talking about that Young Ripper guy. He's pretty cool, man. But so's that Introvert TV guy, man. I run into him. He's a cool guy, man. Plus, he's here. And everybody that's here on this show, y'all fucking rock, man. Y'all know that?
Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you came to the right place.
Hell yeah.
Especially if you like to, talk about things and stuff and such.
Yeah. Ah, hell, let's see who else we got here. We got Cue Ball. Hey, I know that dude. That dude's a close personal friend. He's one of them dudes I go out ride my hogs with every now and again, man. He's a pretty cool dude. Yeah. All right, y'all give it up to Cue Ball. Let's see. We also got the Great Council. We got Darth Daddy in the house, man.
Oh, Daddy's down there. Oh, me and Daddy had some words, but I think we're starting to get along now.
Yeah, man, that daddy guy, he's kind of crazy dude, man. You ever see that show when he was there on Max's channel? His wife.
Yeah, he's a firecracker, that one. He's lit.
Yeah, man, his wife come downstairs calling him daddy. She's like, hey, daddy.
I think he has some ants in his britches because he just keeps them moving around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that dude's a pretty cool dude, man. He's all right, man. You all right there over there, that Great Council guy. I see you out there, man. I see you. All right. He says he's rendering audio for his upload tonight. All right, man. He goes, last night I was uploading that 501st video. It was kind of long at 30 minutes, but dude, it took like 45 minutes to upload. Oh, man, I know that feeling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it could be worse because I only take about 2, maybe 30 seconds for 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's on a good night. But I always tell her, 30 seconds with me is like 30 seconds in heaven, baby.
Yeah. Let's see, who else we got in here now? We got Wookiee Supremacy, man. We got Wookiee Supremacy in the building. Yeah.
I love me some Wookiee. He's a hairy type of son of a bitch, but he's a good dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he says, too bad for Trent that he's not as good looking as Mary. Stuck with the XY. I get it, Wookiee, man. Hey, man. Sometimes you need some eye candy. It's all good, man. I ain't gonna fault you for that, man. You my kind of dude, man. You know what? Because everybody else would just come in here and they just say, hey, you know what? I'm in here for a second. Later, man. I was just coming in to leave us a little likey. Yeah. All right, who else we got? We got Mad's Mama Bear. Yeah, I know her, man. I seen her on here. She was here on this show one time, I think, She was on that morning show.
Oh, that Mad's Mama Bear. She does some of that real good home cooking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen that, man. Yeah. Now, let's see. Oh, Cue Ball here says something. Oh, yeah. Mad's Mama Bear says, Trinity has been enjoying Mary Jane. Yes, I have. I don't know about Trinity, but I have, man. I'm telling you that. Before, I think probably before we started the show, I might have been enjoying Mary Jane's quite a bit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about that other guy. I don't know about him.
Oh, no. I love the Mary Janes. I'm all about that good stuff.
Yeah.
We got so much of that. We almost got more than that we got ugly sisters down here at the trailer park.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If y'all don't know about that trailer park life, man, y'all just missing out in there living in your nice little home. You probably live in one of those gated communities. Isn't that kind of... Can you even say that stuff these days? Isn't that disparaging to the Gabes?
I don't know how they do it, man. I prefer to have my bathroom at least, 2 to 3 feet away from me at all times. And that's why I live in a trailer. I can't understand how you want to walk a half across a house to go take a piss. Hell
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, my house costs as much as your car does, buddy, okay? Yeah, who's the idiot now?
You tell, Myrtle.
Yeah, okay, so Cue Ball here says, oh, you like Mary Jane. Shill, I hope they paid you enough. Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what's with that dude talking about that Mary Jane comic book. That's just some silly shit if you ask me. Who the hell wants to read a comic book about a woman? You better be showing me some little boobies.
Well, I like those too, yeah. And I'm all about them redheads. Them the wild ones.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Redheads. Who doesn't like them redheads out there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Oh, Wookie Supreme says it worked. The video that I put Belle Daphne in the thumb get the most views. Oh yeah, I bet you it does. All them little nerdies out there probably clicking that up saying, "Oh, we're gonna see some boobies."
Well, I am. I always like to see free titties. I'm all about the what is it? The equality rights.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like all women should be able to take their shirts off anywhere they want to, just like us men's do. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hashtag be the titty.
Yeah, man, you gotta do that. I free mine right here, but that I was told that if I do that, we might get some content strikes or something. I don't know. They said something about monetization, or I don't know what the hell they talk about. I don't know all these confusing terms these kids use these days.
That's all wrong. All wrong, I tell you. We should have plenty of titties on the show. Why else are they tuning in for?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We need some titties, and we need some nuts too. If you want some nuts, there's some links down in the description. You can send some. You can go there and order some nuts. You can put my nuts in your mouth, man. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, especially for the Christmas season, because
Yeah.
everybody likes a gift wrap pair of nuts
Yeah. Let's see. We also
right next to
got.
the box.
We also got RC Scott here. He says, just stop by to say what up. Still need to watch The Mandalorian. Oh, man, that's cool, RC Scott. He's a cool dude, man. I ran into him over at that Young Ripper channel, too, man. He's a pretty cool dude, man. Yeah,
All
RC
right.
Scott, you the man, dude.
He's a
Yeah.
good guy. I'll give him a toast of my old champagne over here. I got this $2 cold duck, and it's tasting real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sure do, man. So you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about. You've been watching that foosball out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like them Seahawkers right there. You see that? I got my Seahawks
Yeah,
beret.
I hear you, man. I'm talking about them Chicago Bears, man, motherfucker. Yeah, that's
Oh,
right. Fucking #1 in the division, assholes. What do you think now?
see him whip them cowgirls last night, and that was a hell of an ass kicking.
Yeah, did they?
I think so.
Did the Bears win last night?
They
Oh,
won, yeah.
oh man, are we really at the top of the divisions?
I I don't think you're at the top of the divisions though. I
Oh,
think that's them Packers.
oh,
Sorry.
oh, man. Why them Packers always gotta be on the tops, man?
Well, I don't know. Since they're Packers, I figured they'd always stay on the backside
I
behind.
know. You'd think they'd be bottoms, not tops.
Right? Makes sense to me. Shit.
Yeah, man. Oh man. So anyway, I'm gonna focus the camera on you a little bit here, SnowDub. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your Seahawks and how they're doing this year?
Oh, shit. Well, we whooped them 49ers. Sorry, Kermit. But we took their undefeated season away. That was pretty special, like. And yeah, they got, let's see here, 10 wins now, just 2 losses. And I think we're doing pretty good. We're probably at least one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
All right, man. Hell yeah. You gotta be at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top of the
Have to check
divisions.
out my song. I got a song you can listen to. It's called Go Hawks.
Oh yeah, I heard that one. You all listen to that one? Go Hawks! Go Hawks! Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think you like her. Yeah, you don't have to like the team to like the song. It's got some good guitars on it too.
Yeah, man, I heard that one, man. That shit was pretty awesome. You did a lot of filming there. Was that all done in Seattle's?
Yeah, yeah. We went up there and had themselves a spell. I called all of my peeps out from the local trailer park and had them, grab their suitcases and fill it full of beer and come on down and have a tailgate party. You know what I'm saying? Turned out real nice. Decided to have lots of them peeps around and just started grabbing the camera, filming and such. And next thing you know, I have myself a video.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Cause I was watching that video. I'm like, you know what? It looks like they probably put quite a bit of production into that little video right there.
Yeah, well, there were some favors and some reach arounds. I'm all about that reach around protocol.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what it's all about, man. Ain't no point in doing nothing without the reach arounds.
Oh, definitely not. No, no. That's what me and Kermit live by. We give you a reach around, you give us a reach around, and everybody's happy.
Hell
Especially if you
yeah.
use two hands.
Hell yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make you
Oh
feel
yeah.
all nice and warm and fuzzy inside.
I know about that. Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Wookiee Supremacy says, I've already tanked 4 other channels because of sweater puppies. I know exactly where the line is drawn with that by now. Oh, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Got them sweater puppies, man. I seen a couple of them barkings before.
I like to let them off the chain, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Okay, let's see. Wookiee Supremacy says, don't spin around so quick, Mama Bear. Oh man, I must have skipped. Man, everything's sitting here jumping around on me here. Everybody talking so much. Okay. Man's Mama Bear says, no way, man. If I did, I'd wind up hitting someone with the twins when I turned around to get an assault charge. Must be them sweater puppies, huh? Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh man.
Thanks for tuning in there, RC Scott. Appreciate all the love and have yourself an extra helping of the moonshine.
Yeah, man, RC Scott's a pretty cool dude, man. He's pretty legit. I like that guy. Oh man, look right here. We got the immortal Biggie Shack just dropped in our live stream, man. Have y'all ever checked out Immortal Biggie Shack before?
No. What's you got going on there?
Oh man, you know what? If you like wrestling, man, he's a pretty big wrestling fan. But he puts on his little show, man. Lately, he's been doing these little live streams, going out and hunting for some comic books, and man, he's been coming up, man. He's been coming up. But y'all should go check out Immortal Biggie Shack, man. That dude's fucking great, man. He's a cool dude.
I like watching some wrestling. We all watch wrestling down here at the trailer park. I'm a big Hulkamania fan, brother.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Hulkamaniac!
What you gonna do when me and my 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
Yeah, man. A 24-inch python, that's probably gonna be at least bigger than that hand that's up your ass.
Oh, trust me, it is 24 and then some. I mean, look at the length on that thing.
Hell yeah. And oh, oh man, you got me there,
Don't break
man.
Down, Myrtle. You gotta hang in there.
Oh man, you got me pretty good there. Oh man, you making Myrtle laugh a little too much, man. You making me laugh, dude.
My bad.
No.
I don't mean to. It's just a puppet in me.
Yeah, that's good, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, if you guys haven't ever checked out SnowDubs Show that he does over there with Kermit, man, I'm telling y'all that Kermit, he was here on the show a few weeks ago, man. That dude's fucking great. But you watch these two dudes together, they do this show like he was talking about earlier, the big and ribbits and bigot and y'all know what I'm talking about, the Ribbit and Bigot Show, man. God.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Why y'all always gotta give me a hard time out there? I see you clicking on your keyboard, you bunch of keyboard warriors. Oh, dang.
Stay down out there. Simmer down now.
I know, man. Anyway, guys. So, yeah, they do this Ribbit and Bigot Show, man. It's kind of like something I do every Saturday night. But, like, last weekend, they had to take a week off because they was really out partying too hard. And they forgot their phone, so they wasn't able to do the live stream right there on the mobile phone. So, we had to suffer for a week, man. But that's all cool, man, because y'all always just having a great time over there.
Well, we had to take a holiday. It'd been a while. And Kermit wanted to go get down and see some Hooters, and I figured that was a great idea. We ain't had ourselves a puppet vacation in a long spell.
Yeah, man. That's pretty legit, man. So, speaking of things, man, have you been watching that new Mandalorian? I know somebody in here was talking about it earlier. What'd you think about that?
I like it. It's a pretty good show. It's got some ups and downs, some stuff that's kind of stupid, some stuff that's really great. So all in all, it's best Star Wars content I think that's out there, at least from Disney.
Right on, man. Right on. So, did you watch that new one that just dropped today?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It wasn't as I think it was better than the last one, but it wasn't as good as like Chapter 3 and such. Um, I don't know. I'm not out yet, but I'm really curious to see where this is going. We only got 3 episodes left, and it's like, okay, where's this story going to end? I hope it ain't a stupid cliffhanger.
Yeah, man. You know what? And speaking of which, only 3 episodes left. We're gonna have to wish one thing with only 3 episodes left, and that's that hopefully Dave Filoni ain't directing any of them. That motherfucker, man, he kinda messed up this whole series for me so far. Because like this last episode, like I didn't like it wasn't bad, but nothing really happened. You know, it's kinda like
Yeah,
this last episode kind of reminded me of that Canto Bite scene in that last movie that they did. You know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah.
He really didn't do much.
I don't understand it, especially with only 8 episodes. They really need to figure it out. But
Yeah,
who
yeah.
knows?
And I think that was
Maybe they got another 8 episodes lined up soon.
yeah, I think that was probably partially because of Dave Pastrami, the guy that directed it, because you know, he does like cartoons and stuff, and hey, buddy, this ain't cartoons, man. This is like movies and stuff, and you got people out there. You can't be making episodes like this just because you put Ming Na Wen in there, making me won't get all happy. You know, I like to see her on screen, but you know that's not quite good enough for me.
Oh no, no! I need to see a little more action than that. I'm a little disappointed in how long they go. They should be an hour each, I would think, because once you get going and get into it, it feels like it's already over.
Yeah, I know. You know what? For me though, man, like I got so much stuff to do throughout my day. I kind of like the half hour, man, because man, I got a lot. I'm a man of importance. You know what I'm saying? I got more important things to do than just sitting there watching TV all day. So I've kind of been lacking. I've been lacking the 30 minutes, but you know what? I think ultimately needs to be is the episode just needs to be however long the episode needs to be. Don't draw it out for 50 minutes if it doesn't need to be that. If it needs to be a little longer than 30 minutes, go ahead and do it. You got a whole platform.
Yeah, I reckon. I
Yeah.
guess I'm just, I guess I'm just sad because I want it to keep going forever, and
Yeah.
I know we only got a few left.
I know, man. That's a pretty shame, too.
Yeah,
Pretty shame it's gonna be
and I don't want
over.
episode 9. That don't look too good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to probably wait at least a whole year for a new one, but who knows? Are they gonna drop
No,
Obi-Wan or is it gonna be the next year? I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
I don't really
I
know.
reckon they're gonna do something after that episode 9 come out. Everybody's gonna be so angry and pissed off and stuff because the movie's gonna be so bad.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I hope it's gonna be good, but man, it's really hard to say, man. Oh, I don't know. I'm not holding out too much hope, man. I'll tell you that much. You know what though? Did you also in the episode today, man? Oh yeah, chug, chug, chug. Oh man, oh you almost spilled some. You almost spilled some of that. I seen it, man. Oh hell
What?
yeah. So you know, the one thing I wanted to ask your opinion on this. I wasn't sure about this latest episode. Am I the only one that thought that was Richard Simmons in that TV show? Like,
Is
I,
that who that was?
I don't
I was waiting
know.
for him to start one of his workout video type of things.
Yeah,
Maybe with
no.
them robots
Yeah.
sweating to the. Oh,
Yeah, I was sitting there waiting for him to like all of a sudden just like start dancing around, say, "Hey, I got Baby Yoda right here. Take a look at him, guys." All right, now let's go. I don't know, man. That dude kind of cracks me up, man. I remember seeing that guy on the TVs when I was growing up as a kid, man.
yeah, I remember Mama Jolly. She used to work out to his workout tapes on them VHS machines. I still use a VHS myself. I can't afford them fancy DVD player yet.
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. Plus, you gotta keep it real, man, I got better things to spend my money on, a bunch of Blu-rays and a bunch of DVD players and
Who the hell wants a VD player anyway, man? That doesn't sound very
Especially
good.
got beer on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything's streaming now. You can hop on your little fancy phones. You got your goddamn faces buried in them things all the time anyway. Might as well watch your TV shows on it too, huh? But
Yeah, I think
I'm not gonna
they on
grab.
them damn things. These kids these days, they don't know what a hard time is. When I was a kid, I had to walk 12 miles to school, butt naked, backwards, and fucking to 6 feet of snow.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's exactly how it was for us too. But you know what? We couldn't even do that. We didn't even have legs to walk. Yeah, no, that's right. That's how crazy my upbringing was, man. You never know it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
but
reckon. You poor guy, you poor fella. I'm glad you finally grew some legs.
yeah, man, we got that Deadpool syndrome. Like they just get cut off, I just grow them right back. It's all good. Stem cells. Stem cells. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, President Bush.
That would have Bush character. He's something else. Sorry, I voted for Perot. Ross Perot.
Yeah, I remember that guy, Ralph Perot. You know, I remember when I was growing up, I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and that Dana Carvey guy, man, he always used to impersonate that guy. That was pretty funny. Too bad Saturday Night Live sucks nowadays. Oh.
Yeah, the only time I watch them Saturday Night Live is when they have them funny music videos on there. They don't do them as much as they used to, but I love that Dick in the Box and
Yeah.
Mother's Day and Three Way with Justin Timberlake and such. Oh, those are funny.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. It ain't gay if it happens in a three-way. You know, been in a couple of those myself, man. I'm telling you, like, it does get kind of weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
sometimes,
maybe a
like,
little, but
the guys
there
like,
ain't nothing we ain't ever or
yeah,
at the trailer park. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh, man, believe me, here at the trailer park, man, I've seen a whole bunch of crazy things go down there, man. Like,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
even think I can say them here on this channel without getting monetized.
probably not. Probably bad idea. It's a good thing your camera's inside and not outside.
Oh, oh man, I'm telling you. Luckily I got a good microphone too, man. It kind of doesn't pick up all them extra noises there in the background. You don't want to hear things going on outside that window right there, man. It's not good.
Yeah, like like buckshots and bottles breaking. It's
Yeah,
pretty much at a tempo.
yeah. So, yeah, you know, I heard earlier you talking about some that Max guy. You know,
Yeah,
that dude's kind of crazy, some bitch, man. But you know, I seen recently he got himself in a little bit of trouble with the other guy over there on the other side. You know, the guy he's always fighting against. Seen him and that book guy. They kind of got into a little speeder spatter on the tweeter twatter, huh?
yeah, I reckon. I seen them two going back and forth, making masked videos and spilling milk and yelling at each other and such. But I think it's pretty damn good entertainment. I think they should keep it up. You see, this is the kind of shit I like to tune into. Funny.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm seeing these dudes on the TVs, on the Twitters and stuff, and I'm sitting there like, what the hell is wrong with these guys, man? Like, this shit's better than Jersey Shore, except for
That's right.
we don't possibly get to see some boobies.
Yeah, just add titties and it would have been perfect. But I'm telling you what, such we're gonna have that war council back on Sunday. Maybe we can get that author Stephen Walton to come on, and those two can have
Oh,
at it.
that would be pretty cool, man, because I think that's kind of the point of the war councils anyway, isn't it? To get people together, even if they have opposing
Yeah,
views and stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Yep, we don't discriminate down there at the war council. You got a beef and
Yeah.
a bicker, you come on in and you let it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. That's what it's all about, man. Get peoples together and we can talk. We can talk things out, man. It's one thing sitting there behind your little keyboard talking like a little tough guy, making little videos, making your videos, you know.
Oh shit! Oh, all my Dobermans got loose. They're running
Oh,
all over the house.
Oh, damn.
Goddamn dogs! Get
Oh,
your ass out of here!
oh,
Sorry
man.
about that. I got a
Oh,
house full of Dobermans. Got to keep them around the trailer park and such so it don't get robbed.
hell yeah, man. Especially when you sitting there, you know, you got that big old, when you got that big old bag of crank that you trying to hack out to the whole rest of the neighborhood. Nah, nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah,
So, how was your night?
I just tell them get off my porch or I'll sick a dog on you.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we used to have one of them Rottweilers, man, but, you know, one day he was just here hanging out the house, and he's like, you know what? This life isn't for me. And he took off with my bottle of whiskey, and he put it in his little thingy that he has there on his neck, and he lives up in Antarctica now. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Well, every dog has his day.
yeah, man. He just took off. Just took off one day, and I'm like, oh man, I miss him. I,
Well, I'm
I'm,
sorry about that, Myrtle. Maybe you can
I
find
miss
yourself a
him.
new dog, or at least find yourself a hamster or gerbil or something.
Yeah. My uncle, man, he used to have a gerbil. You don't want to know the kind of things he used to do with it, man, because
Oh,
I felt bad for that guy. Ugh.
yeah, that's kind of normal down here at the trailer park.
Yeah, he had to go to the doctor a couple times, and I'm sitting there like, hey, man, how'd you explain that to the doctor?
I don't know, but I reckon the pet store is done all banned now, and none of them let me come buy hamsters and gerbils no more.
Yeah, probably not, man. So, let me ask you something, just SnowDub. I know you know what. Let's get a little bit personal here tonight, cause I know that's what we like to do here on Trailer Park Live. We like to get a little bit personal about some stuff, okay?
Oh,
And
hang on. Let me put my pants down first.
okay, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
All
okay, I'm
right,
ready.
all right. So you know, I see that you're a pretty big fan of horror movies, right?
Yeah, I love some horror movie. You might even see a little bit of it behind me right here. Got a
Oh
bunch of
yeah.
horror posters and stuff all on my walls.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess my question is, do you have any good horror movies to recommend for Christmas?
Christmas horror movie, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, there's a Silent Night, Deadly Night,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, it's a classic. Came out, I think, mid late '80s. Um, there's about 4 or 5 sequels after that that weren't as good, of course. The original is always the best in horror franchises, usually. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one that came to mind. And then I think there's this Goldberg one, that wrestler type guy. He did a Santa Sleigh movie or something like that. It was kind of good. Um,
What?
yeah, but there's not a whole lot of Christmas horror except for oh yeah, there's a Jack Frost. It's like this killer snowman.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen that Jack Frost before, man. That stuff's pretty crazy. And he has the little baby snowman come up. You know what?
Yeah,
That just kind of made me realize something right now. I think I bet you Disney stole that idea from Jack Frost in that Anna movie with the Anna and the Elsas, cause they had one exactly like that.
sons of bitch, sons of bitches. They always stealing something. I tell you.
Bunch of
Every time they come around, they steal something. First they
yeah,
took the Muppets,
bunch of
then they took
culture,
the Marvels.
bunch
Now
of
they're taking Star Wars. I'm sick of it. We're gonna give that mouse a piece of my mind tomorrow night. I tell you.
yeah. You can't be disrespecting Jack Frost like that, man. He's a mutant
No, hell
killer
no.
snowman.
Yeah, we don't like that snowmanophobe type stuff around here. We don't like that puppet phobe stuff either. So you
No,
better just keep
man.
that to yourself.
Yeah, yeah, man. Keep your snowballs to yourself, man.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh man, nah,
Yeah.
you're all good, man. Trust me,
Oh
I
yeah,
already
yeah.
smoked about a pack and a
Sorry.
half
I
today,
smoked
dude.
a ton of weed earlier, so my chest is kind of chunky, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Everybody been coming down with that. Of course, here in my neighborhood, you don't want to know what everybody else been coming down with. They all been hanging out with Tracy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I heard they got some antibiotics you can get from the doctor's office. Might fix her up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you know Tracy's gonna take more than that.
That's true. Well,
Yeah.
if that don't work, it's always a hot stick from the fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I do. All right, let's get back here into the okay, who we got some people here in the chats. What are they saying, man? Mad's Mama Bear says, "Have you seen Richard Simmons lately? It would be sweating with the zombies." No, I haven't,
Oh,
man. Is it
wow. He
is
ain't
it
looking too good these days, huh?
Yeah, man. Oh, man, that's not good, man. Yeah, I guess he didn't keep up doing his jazzercising. Oh,
That or might be like 105 by now. You've been around a long time.
yeah, he has been. He getting pretty up there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, man, when I was
Wookiee Supremacy here says, if I have a few bucks to throw away on the internet, I've got a few bucks for the dispensary. Amen, man. I hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
attaboy.
I hear you. Let's see right here. Through a cornfield to right, Snow. Oh, okay, yeah, cornfield. He says, I voted for Godzilla that year. Oh, man, I must have missed a part of a conversation here, man.
That's way back we were talking about Ross Perot and Bush.
Oh, man, that was a while ago, man. This thing's jumping around on me like crazy here. Everybody's sitting there talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Wookiee Supremacy says, I always said that if someone other than a slimy politician ran for president, I'd vote for him. I did. I'm gonna do it again too, man. You gonna build that wall, huh? You're gonna be sitting there with our post hole diggers. Wait.
Took our jobs.
They took her Yeah.
Jobs.
Yeah, man. So, you know
Yeah,
what?
I've been on the block for about 20 years now. I'm still waiting on a management position.
Oh, man, that's getting passed up constantly, huh?
Yeah, you know how it is. Maybe I need to buy a new suit or something. These sons of bitches.
Yeah, I hear you, man. These people these days, man, you can't ever rely on anybody. You can only do yourself, man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man.
Hell,
Let's see. Okay, yeah. Tommy says only time I vote is when it. Oh man, only time I vote is when it's what place to eat. I veto any other decision I don't like. Hell yeah, man. That's your judicious rights and stuff, man. That's a human right. Wookiee Supremacy says, I eat whatever I want. There's no vote for that here. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I got something for you. You know, I hear all these guys these days, they're out there. You know, let me let me know your thoughts on this, SnowDub. You know, when I was growing
okay.
up, you know, you got all these little peoples, they're, you know, in their houses, and they're like, hey, man, come check out my man cave. Man cave? What the hell you talk? When I was growing up, you know what my daddy's man cave was? It was the whole house. The whole house was
Yeah,
his, man. You do something wrong in his house, you get caught fucking up, man, he'll put a whooping on your ass, man. That was his fucking house. His fucking man
that's
cave
right.
shit. What do you think about me? You got a man cave, SnowDub?
No, no, hell no. The only man cave I got is my backside. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Now, that
yeah.
man cave can get kind of noisy, if you know what I mean. Oh,
Yeah.
pardon me. Oh,
Yeah. Speaking of, I've been seeing a whole bunch of that on the tweeters here, man, lately. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Just a whole bunch of,
me too.
you know, whether it's,
Whole,
whether it's people worrying about their own content, if it's not them people worrying about their own content saying, oh, YouTube's so mean. They're not pushing my videos. I'm not making money off of my ads because you don't watch my videos. Yeah, I see a whole bunch of that. And if it's not somebody griping about that, you know what else they're bitching about? They're bitching about somebody else's content. What's going on out there, man?
What a bunch of goddamn weirdos. They need to figure it out. I don't know if you ain't shaking your titties enough or if you just ain't making good enough content. But you get to figure it out. Crying and bitching and whining on Twitter all day and night don't make you look nothing but a coward and a sorry son of a bitch, if you ask me.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's like when I hear people saying this stupid saying. They say, sorry, not sorry. What the hell is that supposed to mean? What's a sorry, not sorry mean?
I think that's one of them pop singer songs.
Is that what that is? Oh.
I don't listen to that garbage. We listen to Leonard Skinner and Zeppelin around here.
Yeah. Oh, man, we can't pay none on here. We're going to get content strikes. Oh, man.
I'm ready to fire up the jukebox. Get this party started. I need to crack me another bottle.
Yeah. You know what, though? I guess them people wasn't lying. YouTube does suck. They won't let me play somebody else's music on my stream.
Well, I said hell with that shit and started making my own damn music. Now YouTube can't touch it.
That's what you do, man. That's what you gotta do. You gotta put your artistics into it, man. And that's what's gonna get you viewers. That's what gets people saying, hey, man, this dude makes music and he knows what he's doing. He's like a pretty cool dude. I'm gonna go check him out.
Goddamn right. In fact, we got some great music over here at SnowDubs Music. We got some tuck and roll, watch my strut, fuck mama rap, some great songs. Don't fight the funk. So if you're into some funky type of hip-hop stuff, you should check her out. You like it?
Yeah, man. I heard, I seen one of your videos one day. You did this little hippie hop song, and you know what? It kind of reminded me of them Cottonmouth King songs, man. It sounded like one of them old school Cottonmouth King songs. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're old school here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can deal with that shit. Like, I just
Too Short and Easy E.
Yeah, I just wanted to bounce. It had that kind of westy coasty feel to it, man. I was like, yeah, man. Like, I can hear the song in my head right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I grew up in West Coast Bay Area funk, 90s hip-hop. So you can really tell the presence of it. But back when I was a youngin', my old man used to put some records on the record player there, and I listened to the Kool and the Gang and Thelma Houston and some old-time funk and the Parkadelic, George Clinton and stuff. It's good as such.
Yeah. Nice. So, God, what else you got getting ready to go on besides you said you got Ribbit and Bigot show coming up on Saturday. That's
yeah.
Then you got War Council. Isn't that what you said on Sunday?
Yeah.
What else you got going on?
Yeah, we got the War Council on a Max channel. Mad Max, he does his War Council every Sunday night. Yeah. Tune in for that. It's I think it's 9 p.m. is when it goes down Eastern style. And then after that, we're going to do an after party on my channel. We're going to call it the you want to call it the Mad Party? I don't know. The War Party. That's it. We're going to call it the War Party, I guess. It's an after party for the War Council. So in case you didn't get all your shit and biscuits out in the first round, we'll bring it on over to the party and have a party there.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You're going to have a party on your channel, man? Dude, that's cool, man. I likes that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's BYOB, though. Bring your own beer.
Oh, man. All right, yeah, it works for me anyway. I don't really like depending on somebody else be buying me drinks anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pay for my own stuff. I got it. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah. I can't drink that Steel Reserve shit. That's what my neighbor always buys. I got to get the good stuff like the Budweiser.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get some Bush. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about just the beer on this one either, man. Y'all know Yeah, I like it 70s style like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Jenner chick.
Hell yeah, Jenner chick. Oh man. You know who we haven't seen in here yet today? He must be pretty busy. And we haven't seen Kermie in here. Kermie's usually in here on Friday night, so you must know that he's probably pounding him some hams right now if he's not here on the show.
Yeah, he's got some homework to do too because we're researching some stuff for our big our conversation. Shit, I'm drunk. Our conversation with Mickey Mouse tomorrow night. We're gonna let him have it. So Kermit's probably writing down some real good questions for him.
Nice, man. Yeah, man. I can't wait to see that, man. You're gonna have Mickey Mousey on there. Hell yeah, that's some pretty
Hell
cool
yeah,
stuff, man.
Mouse, piece of my mind.
Yeah, so how is it you can get Mickey Mouse of all people to come on to your show, but like, you know, you get some of these little small time YouTubers don't even want to come on there. How is that?
Yeah, well, it's because we're puppets and we got connections. See, Kermit is actually owned by the Muppets, and the Muppets are actually owned by Disney. So, you know, we just kind of went through the chain and got a hold of them and said, get your ass on the Ribbit and Bigot show because it's time to start explaining yourself for these goddamn Star Wars movies everybody's upset about.
Yeah, hell yeah. You gotta tell Mouse what to do, huh? You lured him in with some cheese, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, rats like cheese.
Cheese. Now we're going to set the trap.
Yeah, man. All right. Who else we got in here? VB Studios. VB Studios come in here and says, hey, remember me? He says, 2nd Street knew me since 1 sub. Like, you had 1 sub when 2nd Street knew you, man? Dang, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
He was your first sub?
No, man.
First sub?
I bet you my mommy was probably my first sub, man. My mommy loves me.
Yeah.
I'm special, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was mommy and my sister and my other sister.
Yeah.
And my other sister.
Yeah. But he's been around for a while, man. Yeah, I know this VB Studios guy, man. I know him. He's VB Studios. Yeah, it's right there in the name. He said, we are licensed by Marvel, making a short comic film rights reserved by IGN and Marvel. Oh, man, that's pretty cool, dude. Congratulations, man. That's some pretty cool stuff. You know, I read Marvel Comics. Does that count for anything? I don't know, man. Let's see. Ooh, we got Black Anus reviews in here. Black Anus says, I thought no, man, I can't say that here on the show, man. People I'm gonna say I thought most anuses were black, but I don't know. Maybe they're brown. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter what color.
Is that Black Angus in there making them nasty remarks again?
Probably
that
so.
Crazy son of a bitch. You never know what you're gonna get with that guy. That's for sure.
Yeah, he says, have a good stream, guys. Now, man, what do you mean now? You didn't even come in here and say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. You didn't give us a reach around. Come on, man.
Hey, what the hell is that? I just popped a new bottle and you're already leaving?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You don't know how to party.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Well, anyway, so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself, man? Like, what makes SnowDub tick?
Well, once in a while I like to play my Mortal Kombat over here, do some Jenner checking, and do that. I like to do that and such. And I got myself a bunch of Dobermans, like I mentioned earlier, and once in a while I do a Doberman video. We got another one coming up here real soon, like. And so if you like dog videos, especially Dobermans, check that out. You're gonna like it. And yeah, you know, we got that big Star Wars movie coming down the pipe, so I'm getting all rustled up and ready for that. I gotta like get my mind right before I watch that shit. But I'm gonna review it and I'm gonna let you know how it is. I'm gonna keep it honest and I'm gonna keep it real.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal, man.
How about you, Myrtle? See that in 9 episode?
Yeah, probably go see that one, man. You got to, I mean, it's like the end, it's kind of like that Avengers Endgame. You gotta go see it at
Yeah.
least at the theaters, you know what I mean? Apparently there's a whole lot of peoples out there saying they're not gonna go see it, though, but I don't know, man. I think they're gonna go see it, man. They're gonna contribute.
Yeah.
I think they want to see it
It's
deep
all
down
good.
inside.
We ain't mad at you. It's just like one of them car wrecks you see on the highway. You just can't help but slow down and look.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
You know what makes me kind of mad? Is when people do that, though. When they actually on the freeway and you're driving along, there's an accident or something or a collision's on the other side of the road, and people all go in the whole other direction. They just like stop and they slow down and they back traffic up just to sit there and watch what happened on the other side of the road.
Bunch of dumb sons of bitches. That's what they are. I
Oh,
just use my big pick 'em up and slam them in the backside and then pull my horn out. Ooh,
yeah, yeah. That's what you gotta do sometimes. But yeah, man, you know what? And that kind of reminds me. I know Trinity here on the channel. He's gonna be going to. He's gonna be going out to Seattle's here towards the end of the year, man. And man, them people really don't know how to drive up there. That's like some of the
oh, hell
worst.
no.
I
Oh,
see.
I hate driving to Seattle.
Oh,
It's one of the worst cities in the entire United States for traffic. You could
oh,
sit in that I-5 highway for up to 2, 3 hours at a time, just trying to go 5 miles and such. It's insanity.
yeah, it is, man. Like I was up there one time, and like their five up there is like our 101 out here, man. It's pretty bad, but actually probably even worse than that. Probably even worse. Oh,
No, it's bad. You'll see. You'll see. You go up there, you go on that I-5 area right in the Seattle area. It's back to back, bumper to bumper.
yeah, man. It gets to be pretty bad sometimes out there. Well, anyway, I think it's about time. We gotta cut it. Gonna let our guest go. I'm sure he probably has more things got to get done. So, SnowDub, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you? Oh yeah, chug it.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. You can check me out here on SnowDubs Music and Entertainment channel there. Good old Tommy there with the wrench been throwing the links up. Appreciate that very much there, Tommy. And
Yeah.
yeah, check us out. Got some great funky music. Got a Ribbit and Bigot show every Saturday night. We bring you great trailer reviews and some movie reviews. And it's always funny. We give you good, funny content. If we don't make you laugh, then we ain't doing the job. So slap that like button, folks. And thanks for having me on, Myrtle.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for coming on. One of these days, we're going to have to get all of us together. We're going to have to get you on here. We're going to have to get Kermit on here. We're going to have to get some other characters on here too, man, cuz y'all just great, man. I love you guys, man.
As far as I'm concerned, you're part of the Cotton Connection, my friend.
Hell
So
yeah.
anytime you want to come hang out with the puppets, you just let us know. We'll have you on over here.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming on tonight, man. So, guys, don't tune away. We're gonna have this little comic book review that we've got getting ready to come up here on the channel coming on, and then we're gonna be right back after that. Okay, guys. Okay, everybody say goodbye to SnowDub. Jenner, check. Ha ha.
What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the 2nd Street Marvel. Here I am today in my local comic book shop, Bases Cards and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California, to bring you guys this comic book review. And today I am going to be talking about Shapes, issue number 1. Now, this book is being published by Cave Pictures Publishing, and this book is actually created by Rick Reckadall. The story is written by Jason Brubaker and co-written by Rick Reckadall. Pencils and inks are done by Jason Brubaker with colors by Jason Brubaker and Adrian Amarfiato. I know I butchered that name. And letters by Simon Boland. I'm going to go ahead and show you those names right there, guys, because I know I butchered those names, and I don't want to do the creators of this book any injustice there, because this book is really good. If you guys have children, younger ones that don't want something that's out there in the superhero realm, I think this is a very good book that they might enjoy. This book is actually about gaming, really, so if you have kids that are into gaming and things like that, this might be a good choice to get out and buy them. And basically what's going on here is this kid Trip is he's a gamer, and he is one of the best in the world, as we can see, as we learn here throughout the story. And he's playing this game with one of his best friends, and him and her partner up a lot of times on this game to try to complete it. Well, he comes closest to beating it that nobody else has, and he almost gets sucked into like this black hole that ends up being was basically put in there by some hackers to steal people's information and things like that, and he ends up getting shut out of his account. And we learned that, he has a bully in school as well, a kid that likes picking on him. And shortly after getting locked out of his account, basically, like, it was deleted like he was no more. They got his information and stuff, supposedly. Well, what happens, he ends up getting this mysterious ring from his mother that was given to him, that was basically passed down by his father, that has been missing since he was a child. And basically his mother promised to give that to him when he became a teenager. And so what happens is this ring seems to have not really given him back access to this game that he's so well known for playing, but it actually like makes it real. It sucks him into, makes it part of his reality, and he gets kind of brought into the game. And after the mysterious disappearance of a kid there in his town and at his school, he's kind of being sought out and being questioned for this kid's disappearance, as it is something that kind of relates to this game and the fact that he has actually been brought into this world of the video game, as it's kind of somehow crossing into his real life, almost like the Matrix. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good tale. A great issue number 1, setting up this story of what we're going to get here in Shapes. And, like I said, this is a good one, especially if you have young ones out there who you want to get into reading comic books and may not like the superhero genre, and want something a little bit different. This is, a book about gaming. I think it's a great read. I think it's something that you may enjoy, if, you enjoyed what I just told you here. And I'll show you the art in this book as well. The art in here is not very bad as well. We can see a little bit of that in there as Trip is going to school. And show you a little bit more here once he gets like into the actual video game and meets some of these shapes that come to life and kind of bring him into this game. Again, very good stuff. And like I said, this is being published by Cave Pictures Publishing, and they're not a very big publisher. They've got a few titles. You could always check out their website as well, and you could always check them out, like I said, right at CavePicturesPublishing.com. Again, guys, very good book. You can find this book at your local comic book shop, or if you're here in the Lancaster, California area, you can find this right here in Bases, Cards, and Comics. But let me know down in the comments below, have you read Shapes? If not, is it something that you think you might be into? That's all I have for this video. So, what's up, everybody? I hope you're all having a very good night, guys. So, gosh, man, what a time, man. We had Myrtle here on the show. We had SnowDub Music and Entertainment, guys. I gotta tell you, man, that Myrtle dude, he kind of gets a little bit crazy sometimes. Cool dude. You probably don't really want to know him in real life and hang out with him. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, SnowDub, definitely one of my favorite content creators here on YouTube. Now, something that we were talking about earlier, guys, was just a whole lot of crazy things going on this week, just out there in the, I guess in the fan universe, man. And it seems, something, and I talk a lot about these kinds of things. There's all this divide over out there in the communities over fucking movies, man, over these movies. And then people are now, they're, I don't know, people out there trying to police fandoms and all this kinds of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Like you guys know, Mad Max is one of my favorite content creators out there. Well, maybe not one of my favorites, but I like him. Max is a cool guy. I like the guy. But then, he's been getting in these, these little spats, on Twitter and everything with, author Stephen Walton, who is, writing a book about the Phantom Menace and all this stuff. And guys, we see just all these things, that they're kind of mentioning is, guys, and I talk a lot about this here on the show, is why is everybody so worried about somebody else's content? Why are there people out there, these fucking weirdos, who are just so worried about what else somebody is doing on their channel? You know what I mean? Like if you don't like somebody's content,
just ignore them. Leave them alone. You don't have to make a bunch of videos about them. You don't have to make a bunch of videos about them. Like, just, like, if you don't like it, just say your little piece and move on. And like I said, you guys know I like Max. Max is a cool guy, but, and I'd give him these criticisms all the time. I talk to him like, why are you so worried about what other people are doing? And we see the same exact thing going on by the people that, he is going against, if you will. You know what I mean? Everybody has to fire back, I know I like, I was just talking about Stephen Walton went and fired back. He made a video, acting like Max and everything too, which was hilarious. Stephen, if you ever watch this video, that shit had me cracking up, bro. Just the same way that Max's videos make me laugh too. But the thing is guys, if you don't like each other, you don't have to, you can ignore each other. You know what I mean? Same thing I had to tell my kids to do when my son's wanting to be a little shit and my daughter don't want to, mess with it. I had to tell them just leave her alone. When I tell her just get away, and I had to separate them. You know what I mean? It's like that, but like you guys just got to keep going back after each other, and it makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, guys, get over it. Just why don't you just shake hands and be friends, jerk each other off, whatever you got to do, because like you're obviously watching each other's videos. You know what I mean? You're watching his videos, he's watching your videos, you care about each other. Why don't you guys just get together and do some videos? Do some live streams, do a video together, like, whatever you gotta do, Like, I don't know. Like me, when I see somebody else's content I don't like, I just ignore it. I just go to the next video, or maybe I'll watch for a few minutes and I laugh. Like, but when they're, like, I don't really have people out there that I hate, you know what I mean? And I don't know. But I see all these fucking weirdos going on, and like I said, it's not just all on Max, because they come after him too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've seen Odin. Odin goes after him on Twitter. Gets on his YouTube and comments on his videos and stuff too. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, really? Are you that worried about somebody else's content, what somebody else is doing? It's fucking weird to me. And then I seen today, even Odin himself was, tweeting about some bullshit that somebody else has doxed him and all this shit because, they put his first name out there. Oh my God. My name's Trinity, guys. Somebody knowing your first name doesn't really matter. I mean, it's all good. I mean, sure, they can track you down. Everybody, they track you down somehow anyway. They can dox you somehow anyway. But the thing is like, if you're not being assholes to people, you don't have to fucking worry about it. You don't have to worry about if somebody knows your name. You don't have to worry about if somebody knows, who you work for, where you live, or anything like that. If you're not being a fucking asshole to people, you don't have to worry about it. So let this just be a lesson. The easiest way to not have to worry about that is don't be a fucking asshole. That's the easiest way to avoid people, who want to be assholes to you and, dox you for whatever reason. Just don't be assholes. You know what I mean? And, I'm not saying that Odin is an asshole or anything like that. I'm just saying, there's really no big deal about it if, you're just not an asshole, to people, and where you would get some sort of kind of, pushback or anything like that. And I mean, largely that's just kind of what's going on here, though, right? That's what it seems everybody wants to do, is just be a bunch of assholes. But why? Why? I say, why you want to be a bunch of assholes? Like I said, you guys, if you don't like somebody's content, don't go watch it. You don't have to pay it attention. And if you do pay it attention, you don't have to fire back. You don't have to fight. You can watch the video, you can laugh, ha 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 ha, and move on to the next video. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal, guys. You're looking far too into this thing. Now, I realize, maybe it's just because of me. Like, I don't have any ego about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm just some fucking asshole on YouTube. I know I'm just some guy with a camera and a computer, and a microphone. And I'm making videos. You know what I mean? That's, I just don't get it. Do you guys understand that? Is there anybody else who feels the same as me, or am I alone in this boat here? Because I just don't get this, Like, you got everybody's got their little cliques that they run with, but you go out there and you're making videos about each other. You're on Twitter going after each other, and I'm not saying, like, believe me, I get it into with plenty of people on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Just because people are retards,
I don't know if I can really say that. They're stupid. But also when I use that word, it's not to disparage people who have mental disabilities. I've talked about this before here on the show, okay, guys? But that's what we're dealing with here, because the thing is like, they're smart, seemingly rational people that just don't get it. They just don't get it, and that's what makes them the R word. Man, I can't. Man, see, I need to calm down here. I need to calm down. But that's the thing, though, is like, you just don't worry about it. You know, you just like let the person, you know, say their thing, do what they got to do. But the thing is maybe that's just what it is, because your ego's so huge that you have to go out and feed it, and by making content about other people. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've gotten into it with people on Twitter, but over like shit that, like, you know, usually typically when I'm just voicing, you know, like my opinion about something. Like, we seen one of these guys who was on on Max's thing, one of Max's buddies, you know, constantly, you know, sitting there coming at me, and I'm like, dude, you know, and he's talking shit about me, and I talked about this, I think, last week too, talking shit about all these other people, and it's like, you can talk shit about me all you want. I don't really care, you know, and if you're talking shit about me, I mean, maybe I deserved it, you know what I mean? Maybe I did something to deserve it, and it's okay. I realize that. I understand that. You know, if I hear somebody, you know, and then that's the thing, is I don't hear anybody out there talking shit about me, because that's not what I do. You know, I want to be here on my channel sharing the things I love with you guys. And that's the part of the reason why I talk about this stuff too. You know, people are like, oh, if you don't like other people's content, why you talk? Because that's the thing, is this is something I love too, you know, other people's content. You know, and I actually like some of these other people, and I would actually like to see better content here on YouTube. I'd like to see some of that stuff. I'd like to see other people share what they love more than what they don't love, and then, you know, just making videos about each other and this and that. I mean, I could easily go out there and make videos about a whole bunch of people out there, you know, talking about, you know, whatever they put in their content and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I just don't care about that. If somebody makes a video about me, you know, I mean, I just don't care about. Well, I mean, to any extent I can really think of that I would care. I mean, I just don't really I just don't know what somebody could say about me that I'm going to get riled up and pissed off about. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's just, I just don't put that much stock into it. But we see there's these people out there, like, this is what they do. This is like their life. You know what I mean? And that's how they're treating it. You know what I mean? We see people out here now making videos about how YouTube hates them, and YouTube hates small channels, and YouTube this and YouTube that, and YouTube just, like, all these people's problems, their own personal problems with their channels, is somehow YouTube's fault, or somehow Google's fault, or somehow somebody else's fault. And the thing is like, you know what? If you want people to come to watch your videos, if you want people to come to your channel, you gotta make good content that people want to see. Good, informative content. Stuff that adds value to people's lives, or even adds value to their fandoms or whatnot. Not everybody wants to sit back and watch a bunch of fucking hate videos about so-and-so, or about so-and-so, or about such and such. That's just not what it is. Now, you guys, like I said, I've talked about this so many times, it drives me crazy when I have to talk about this stuff, but I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because it gives me something to talk about, for one. It gives me something to bitch about, because I just see so much of it. You know what I mean? Everybody out there worried about what somebody else is doing with their content. And why? Why? Why, damn it? Let's see what everybody has to say here. Where are we at here? Okay. James Clark Artist, what's up, my brother? How are you doing today? How are you doing? Doing some paintings, doing some art, man? I don't know, man. I've checked some of your stuff out, dude. Good stuff. You guys should go check out James Clark Artist. Let's see. Mads Mama Bear says, some people are just brats. Yeah, I hear you, Mads. And Mads, speaking of which, I don't know. No, I'm not gonna even bring it up. I know you and LB been beefing about whatever, man. I don't know, man. Again, that's not me. That's none of my business. I don't care. You guys are both cool in my book. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. Social Introvert TV says it's annoying. Yes, it is. Tommy says it's because people are insecure and have no integrity. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the insecure more than no integrity. The integrity thing, that comes down to some people's videos and the way that they frame them, maybe, and what they do with their content. There's certainly a lot of people out there who I really do question their integrity when it comes to their content, because, you know, people are out there acting, people are out there faking it and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, come on, dude. Like, I think a lot of people, you can really notice somebody's being genuine or not, and you know what? if you're gonna do that and people are still clicking it and you're not being genuine, and you're pretty much lacking any kind of real integrity, people will still watch you do it. You know what I mean? There's one thing, and I think was it in 12 Monkeys? I can't remember what movie it was in, but somebody was talking about integrity, and it's a quote I always remembered. And it's this: our integrity is worth so much, but it sells for so little. And that's what we see a lot of, is people out there just willing to, kind of toss their integrity aside, just in the name of a few clicks. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. Mr. Bradley the Third, thank you so much for being here. Says, is Black Widow a clone? Well, what are we talking about comic books here, Mr. Bradley, or are we talking about the movies? What are we talking about here? Because in case you're new here, Mr. Bradley, I was actually talking about this this morning, yesterday morning, the morning before that, pretty much every morning since the Black Widow trailer released. But that is actually one of my theories, is that Black Widow is a clone and she is born again and she's out living in the world as we know it right now. And I think that's what's going to be happening somewhat in the movie that we're going to be getting. And part of my theory, part of my reasoning for this is something that I was talking about as well, because the other day when we were doing on the Dark Council, somebody, after I had got off, I heard somebody talking about the Black Widow movie, and it's something I had heard a lot of people talking about as well, and that is Black Widow being a sequel or a prequel. Is Black Widow a prequel? Who said it was a prequel? There's some quotes and there's not even quotes out there that Kevin Feige said. More just like what he said at God, I don't even think it was D23. I think it was possibly at San Diego Comic-Con, talking about just some of the things he was talking about, like, when you're doing a movie like the Black Widow movie is going to be, there's certain ways of doing things, and he never said that it was going to be a prequel, and he never really said what it was. He said a time period. He's like, oh, this is good. Like, I think the time period was basically like after Civil War is when the movie was supposed to take place. But again, it wasn't a direct quote, and he just says it will take place at that time. Okay, taking place at that time can mean that, maybe you get a good 20-30 minutes of the film at that time, and then they jump to the current time. You know what I mean? It's not actually, he didn't actually say it's set, he just said it takes place. So I mean, you do some flashbacks to something that happened before we ever met her in Iron Man 2. That's taking place in 1986, or 1996. That could mean that the film takes place in 1996. So that's why, I went out there and I searched for some exact quotes from Kevin Feige. Couldn't find any exact quotes from him. You'll find a bunch of articles from, like, I think it was like June 19th or July 19th of last year, where Kevin Feige, or of this year, I guess, where Kevin Feige was talking about some of this stuff, but nothing actually solid. Most of it is just people where you could easily take somebody's words out of context and maybe not twist them around, but you could easily misquote them and make a lot of assumptions based off of a misquote. So there's that right there. But me, for one, I actually think that it is taking place in current time, and that Black Widow is probably alive again. Whether that is because she's not dead or because she has been reborn as a clone. Because, as you must obviously well know, Mr. Bradley, that's exactly what happened in the comic books. Is she was reborn in the Red Room as a clone with implanted memories. Yes. But also, part of my theory comes down to Avengers Endgame as well. Remember when Hulk went to snap and he said there that he tried all he could and he couldn't bring her back. No matter what he tried, he could not bring her back to life. Because she gave her soul for the Soul Stone. Well, part of my theory goes right along with what you're talking about there, Mr. Bradley, is that maybe he couldn't bring her back to life because she wasn't dead. Yeah. That's part of my theory. Because there's a whole lot of other theories that I have to go into this that play on other things that I just can't reveal all of those things right now. I can't because, well, part of it I'm still working on some of these theories because there's a whole bunch of pieces, moving pieces to this, if you will. I feel like I'm the dude right now explaining. There's a whole bunch of moving parts, and it's really tricky. It's really tricky, and then they give him the toe, and there's a lot of moving parts. But yeah, Mr. Bradley, I do kind of. If she's not a clone, I think she has definitely. She's just not dead. But more than anything, I do believe that she would be a clone because there's just so much that I want to. I mean, in the trailer we see there's basically 3 Black Widows. We see the one who is Rachel Weisz's character, who we got to assume is probably a Red Room trained assassin as well. We see Black Widow Natasha Romanoff, and then we see Black Widow Yelena Belova. So there's 3. I mean, there's essentially 3 of them right there. 3 generations of Black Widows that could be, and who knows? Maybe Natasha Romanoff herself is already the clone of maybe Natasha Romanova, who could maybe, I'm just saying, because she's been known as both in the comic books, Romanova and Romanoff, just so you guys know that. But that's just some of my theories. I do actually hear you with that, Mr. Bradley, Mr. Bradley the third. Yep, I'm right there with you. Tommy says, at Matt's Mama Bear, don't know what to do. That it'll be like my Trolls video. Yeah, I hear you. James Clark says, well spoken, brother. Thank you. Tommy says, I have my whole name on Twitter. I give no shits. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's because, like, if you're not being an asshole to somebody, you don't have to worry about somebody knowing your name. You know what I mean? Now the thing is there's people out there with bad intentions and stuff like that, but like a lot of things are public record anyway. Like all you really need is somebody's name, and you can get on and Google them, and you can find out known addresses anyway, just like that. And I get it. I get people worry about that kind of stuff, but you know what? Like our name's already out, dude. Like seriously, and that's the thing. People worry about some other asshole knowing your name. You know what? The government already knows your name and your social security number and your bank account numbers and all that shit. Who the fuck else could know your name worse than that? The government already has that. You know what I mean? Who else out there could be worse than the fucking government that wants to do some harm to you? Now, sure, you might get some people out there over like some other supposed situations that have happened out there where somebody, maybe they send you some shit in the mail, or maybe they come to your house and they ransack your house, or who knows what else could go out there that the government isn't actually doing, but the government could at any fucking second. You know what I mean? Who is more dangerous knowing your information? Some fucking asshole on the other side of this camera, or the fucking government? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on. Plus, all you're doing is beefing with some other fucking asshole on Twitter or YouTube. Like, fucking come on, man. Don't you got something else to do? Read a fucking comic book. Read a comic book. Now, if there's somebody out there, like, outright blatantly putting you on blast and being a fucking asshole to you or something like that, I mean, sure, go ahead and, make a video if you want to, but you don't have to make 10 of them, 12 of them, 30 of them. Keep going at them, find them on Twitter and twack them down and say something, and you don't have to do all that. Just make a video, monetize their ass, and be done with it. That's it. Do it Young Ripper style, you know what I'm saying? Just find it, make your fucking video, be done with it, and that's it. Just, your hands are clean of it now. You did it. You monetize their ass, That's all you gotta do. Tommy says, that's it, Trinity. You can't call yourself an asshole. I have respect for you. Now we have to fight. You know what? Aren't we supposed to fight first and then I don't know. We can go ahead and skip over that. We can skip over that part. We can skip. It's all good. Tommy says, you could make 15 videos a day bitching about other people. Best to keep it to only when it matters. Exactly. You know what? And that's why I say, like, guys, here on my channel, that's what I want to do. Like, he says, but you know how it is. Some of them can't help themselves. They build their channels around it. So sad. Yeah. And that's the thing is, like I said, guys, that's why, we see people out there bitching about YouTube and the algorithm and stuff like that. For one, okay, there's one thing I figured out, like the notifications and stuff, you know what I mean?
Notifications. People out there on YouTube like, oh, I don't get your notifications. The bell's turned on and everything. I've got them turned to all. I get all your notifications. Part of it too is like, say you're subbed to 100 channels here on YouTube, but say you really only actively watch like 5 of them a lot. You know, you got like the 5 that you fuck with all the time. You know what? You're gonna get all of their notifications. YouTube is pretty much like, okay, same thing as like Facebook and Twitter, stuff like that. Like, okay, you interact with this channel a lot, so we're gonna push out their notifications. We're gonna make sure that you get their notifications because you're there all the time. If you've got another channel that you don't go to, maybe you go check out their channel. Maybe once a month or something. Or maybe occasionally. They probably send less notifications out for some of those people because you don't interact with them as much. Because I've noticed that here on my channel as well. Like, I'll be out there, somebody I follow, like Young Ripper 59, I get all his notifications. Every time one comes out, I typically get all the notifications. Now, then there's like another channel, like somebody else that maybe they don't upload as much, or maybe I'm not as active as watching their content. It don't send out notifications as often. But when I notice when I click on the video and I watch one, all of a sudden the next time they put another video up, bam, just like that, I get a notification. So a lot of it has to do with, how your viewers interact with your videos as well. So all these people out there bitching about all this stuff, like, oh, the YouTube algorithm, part of that is you got to get your audience engaged. You have to get your audience engaged. You have to let your people know. Like you guys, if you're here on the show, you already know. I'm here every single Friday night at 8 p.m. I've been here ever since I think it was like January 11th, doing the show every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Because that's what I do. I do this for you guys. I've had it interrupt at times when I would like to be out doing something. Maybe go out and see a new movie at the theater or something. But you know what? I usually just get out and see them sooner. That's all I do. I do this here for you guys because most of you here are subscribed and you actually come and watch the videos and it's here. It's a regularly scheduled program. It's a regular thing. You can count on me. You can rely on me being here. Part of it's that, but part of it is also, making sure you share your videos. Make sure you tell people about them. You know what I mean? But the other huge important part is make content that people want to watch. You know what I mean? That's why you guys see me going crazy here on the Trailer Park Live. That's why I originally started the Trailer Park Live. It was to be a place here where I was just doing live streams. It was the first live stream show I did. And then I started doing funny skits with it. And, because I wanted to be like a Saturday Night Live kind of thing. And then I took those separate skits and I made it something else. I made it the Trailer Park News. And then, it's all kind of evolved and done its own thing. But regardless, I've been here every single Friday night at 8 p.m. since the beginning of the year. People are catching on, and people awesome like yourselves end up coming in and doing hanging out and taking care of stuff. People like Lou here, who followed the link down in the description and sent in a direct donation to the channel. Thank you very much, Lou. Or I guess it's right there on that side. Yeah, thank you very much, Lou. Appreciate that. Now Lou's not here right now. I just put that through on there to show you what happens when you guys send a direct donation. I do greatly appreciate it, guys. Because like I said, I do put a lot of hard work into this channel. But the one thing you're not going to see me do is hop on Twitter or hop here on YouTube making a video about how I can't get views. How nobody's coming to watch all my videos. How nobody's sitting through my 10, 15-minute videos. How nobody's, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? That's up to me. That's not up to YouTube. That's up to me. That's up to me to make a video that entertains you for at least long enough to stick around through most of the video. You know what? And there's people out there. I go through my analytics. It's slowly my watch time, not just my watch time, but my retention time. It's slowly building up because of awesome people like you. When you come to watch my videos, you sit there and you watch the whole video. You hang out. You know what I mean? That's and that's the thing, is you guys come and actually watch and support, because hopefully you like what I have to say. Hopefully you like the content that I am. And if there's something that you want to see in a video or not see in a video, something I can do some sort of way to improve my videos, guys, leave comments in the videos. I'll do it. You know what I mean? I've listened to a lot of the things that people have said. You know what I mean? Because that's what you got to do. And maybe and I'm not saying that these other people with these other channels out there bitching about YouTube and the algorithm, I'm not saying that they don't do that, because I don't know how they run their channels. I don't know what they do, because a lot of them I'm not always paying attention to them like that. You know what I mean? But what do you do?
You know, it's not on YouTube to go out there and promote your videos. You got to promote them. You got to get your people engaged on them. Get your people wanting, you know, like there's people when I get on YouTube every morning, I go to directly to their channel to see if they blocked it or dropped anything, just in case YouTube didn't send me out notifications. Like Young Ripper 59 is one of those people. LB is one of those people. Drunk 3PO, he's one of those people. Just in case I'm not getting them. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You know, it's all about that stuff. You won't, like I said, you won't see me making videos bitching about that. You know what I mean? Because believe me, like I've got however many subscribers I've got right now, like 860 or something like that, somewhere right around that range. And my views are still kind of low, you know. I don't get a whole lot of them, you know, like constantly, you know. But some of them slowly build. Some of them do really good because some of them, a lot of them that do good are my comic book reviews. You know what I mean? Because I try to pick books that people are wanting to see reviews on, so I try to pick those, you know. And then I'm also trying to, since I'm getting built into that comic book algorithm, I'm trying to push indie comic books, you know, because I've really liked independent comic books as well as, you know, pushing those Marvel ones. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, if you guys were here earlier, I've got these 3 issues right here that I've got to do reviews on because, you know, I don't see enough people talking about them, and everybody, you know, but I'm sure there's other people that are, but I want to do these because, you know, maybe people will seek these out to see like, hey, I want to read this series because I can tell you like it's been okay. This series has been a bunch of whole one shots and everything, but that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like you got to make videos. You got to try new stuff out there. You know, and making a bunch of hate videos about Star Wars or the MCU or some other YouTuber or somebody else, this and that. That's not gonna cut it, man. That's not gonna cut it all the time unless you're doing it in a sort of way where people want to watch and listen to what you have to say, not just a bunch of barking and woofing at the goddamn camera. That's not like I don't even want to watch that. Now, there's channels out there that they do that, and I watched, you know. And that's okay because, you know, some of them are actually, you know, they're good and they're entertaining. And while they're bitching and ranting, they keep my interest. But again, a lot of that comes down to the actual person, not just their content. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, you know. But you know, largely for a lot of times, people that do exactly that, I don't watch a whole lot of their videos. But when they do a video, I watch the whole thing to see exactly what they want to say, and then, you know, that's about it. But that's it. You know, you got to make videos that people want to watch, and that's all I try to do. And I say this is something, you know, a lot of times, you know, I talk about, you know, the way we talk to ourselves, you know, our internal dialogue is something that's very important. So a lot of times, you know, I use the old Yoda thing, the do or do not, there is no try. Okay? When I say, this is the one place where I'll give it, is I try to make videos that people want to watch because I don't know exactly what people want to watch. That's why I try. That's why I try different things. Like I've got some other comic book videos that I want to do in a different fashion than just a regular review. I want to try new things, and I'm going to try those and see how they work out. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's not, you know, like, it's not, you know, so it's something I'm doing, but I'm trying this out, trying that, experimenting with different things, different types of content to get people to my channel, to get people wanting it. That's why I started, you know, I've got to do, and that's another one. I'm going to reach out to another couple of my fellow content creators who do comic books, is I've got a video that I want to do that goes in my, I've got a playlist here on the channel that is the new to, what is it, new to comics. It's a playlist I have here on the channel called New to Comics. Start here. And, you know, one of the first video I did, I think, was called What is a Comic Book Pull List? You know, what is a comic book pull list? You know, you click on the playlist and it's going to tell you. That's the first video that pops up. Bam! What is a comic book pull list? It tells you what it is. You go to your local comic book shop, tell them you want this. They've got it there reserved for you every time that comic book comes out. Bam! That's a video that adds value to somebody. Somebody new into comics like I was, you know, a little over a year ago. You know, well, yeah, shit, I don't know what a pull list is. You make that video. It's one of those kind of videos that's going to last forever. You know what I mean? I think, what do they call that? An evergreen video? Because people can constantly watch that, you know? Whether it's somebody that just got into comic books last week, whether it's somebody that gets into it next year, or maybe it's somebody that got into it when I first dropped that video. The thing is that the video is always going to have value to it. You know, I think that's what they call an evergreen video. And then the video right after that is, what's the difference between a comic book, a trade paperback, and a graphic novel. And I've actually got to go through and reshoot that one because of some feedback that I have gotten from other viewers out there on here of the channel. Like one of those people was Shady Endeavor, a great supporter here of the channel, comes and watches a lot of my videos. And I met him through actually Young Ripper 59, I believe. I think that's how he found my channel. But he said, in that video, because I was talking about the trade paperbacks and the graphic novels, I didn't know a good example to use, because a graphic novel is pretty much a self-contained story. You can read this one book, and that's it, and it's all told in that one book. Where, I don't know exactly what book was a good example of that, but he gave me a perfect example, so I was like, okay, good. I'm glad I know the difference there. So now I can go reshoot that video and have another new video out there to do that's like a new updated and improved version of that. You know what I mean? And that's another one of those evergreen videos that people are going to constantly come back and watch over and over and over. Maybe not the same person, but, somebody looking on YouTube, says, oh, what's a comic book pull list? Or what's the difference between a comic, a trade paperback, and, all that kinds of stuff. You got to think about those kinds of things. And that's what's good about listening to you guys when you come to my videos. Because sometimes there are some of you guys out there who don't read comic books, but you come and you watch my comic book review and you have a question like, oh, hey, what's this or what's that? Or, you have a question about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? So it gives me an idea of something. But again, that comes down to listening to you guys, the viewers who are here engaged and watching. And it's not easy, you know what I mean? But it's a lot easier to listen to you guys and what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear, and answer your questions than it is for me to hop on YouTube and bitch about how YouTube don't push my videos. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let's see. James Clark says, thanks, brother. Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Oh, man. Damn. I see, man, the thing just jumped on me. Derek Raju says, I like fun, informative channels. I stay away from negativity. The world has enough negativity. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even when you see me here on my channel talking about somebody else, it's not in a negative way to make somebody be like, I got something negative to say about them. You know what I mean? It's not to be an asshole to them. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was talking earlier about all the stuff I see on Twitter and just here on YouTube and all that stuff. I'm not saying nothing bad about Mad Max the Mandalorian. I'm not saying nothing bad about Stephen Walton, the historian, the guy writing the Phantom Menace book. I'm not saying anything bad about the other people who were making, like Odin. I brought him up earlier. I'm not saying anything bad about Odin. All I'm doing is offering my viewpoint on what a lot of these people are doing and what they're saying. You know what I mean? Just kind of like what I think about it. Like, cause like what they're doing and what they do on their channel stuff. Like, I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I don't care about what they do on their channel. Other than the fact, like some of them, like I do watch their channels and I watch their content, and like I said, you can go watch even some of Mad Max's videos I've watched where I've sat there where he's bitching about stuff. I'm like, dude, why do you care so much about geeks and gamers stuff? Why do you keep making all these videos about them? Just leave it alone. Just like, it's not that hard to do. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not talking trash about them. Just saying, it's just, I would like to see you make better content. And when somebody tells me that and says, I would like to see you make better, I want to listen to them. I want to do what I can to help them. Now, however, there is one viewer out there that I can't help you, pal, when it comes to helping you out, because, this guy, he come on and watch one of my videos. He goes, you know what, man? I like you. I like watching your videos. That you know what? I don't like you worshiping the devil in all your videos when I do this, when I go later. And that happens. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, well, I can't help you there. And I apologize in the video. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I understand, but like, I don't believe in the devil, for one. Like, I don't worship the devil because I don't believe in him in the first place. But also, like that's just, I'm just throwing the horns, man. Rock on. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm a metalhead, and that's what another viewer actually put there in the comments too. Like, I think he's just a metalhead, and that's what it is. And that's what I did. And that's what I did. I was nice to him when I said it. I wasn't an asshole. And that's the thing. That's like one of those things I can't do because that's just something I do. It's that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rock on. But yeah, and like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I've said a lot of things on my channel. Definitely gone off on some rants on my channel plenty of times. But even through all of that,
I don't really feel I was ever being negative about any of it. But which speaking about negativity and just like perceptions and things out there, critical. I've got something else I'm gonna touch on in just a minute. Social Introvert TV says, "I just want to put out some awesome content. It's taking me some time, but the beefing is so corny. It really is. It really is. And it's not even like it's just all these weirdos that are worried about other people's content. Like, just don't worry about it. If there's somebody you don't like, don't watch their content. You know, and if you do watch their content." You don't have to be an asshole about not liking their content. They probably already know you don't like their content. You don't have to keep telling them. Matt's Mama Bear says, "I tell you if I'll I tell you if you want to know. Second, just not on YouTube. I don't do that. I just don't put steak in air beef on YouTube. Yeah, right. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It's all good. Like I said, you're good in my book, Mads, and so is the people that you beef with. It's all good, man. Like it's not. It's it's no big deal to me. Pope Cerebrus the First, thank you so being here. Says only when it matters. Is that a song? I don't know. Biden Touch, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Don't be touching me, Biden. Stay away, man. It's all good. Let's see. Pope Cerebrus. Oh man, it's jumped again on me here. Pope Cerebrus the First says indie books are awesome. Touching Evil was great. I haven't read Touching Evil. Who's doing Touching Evil? I haven't read that one, but it sounds good. Misplaced. Misplaced, is that one? Is that Xenoscope that's doing that one? Misplaced. Can't remember if it's that Xenoscope doing that one or who it was. I think I seen that at the comic book shop. I was kind of curious about that. Pope Cerebrus, let me know, how was Misplaced? Wasted Space, that's another one I want to read. Wasted Space, is that not being written by Michael Morecki? Is that Morecki doing that one? I've wanted to read that one because Wasted Space is on Vault Comics, and you guys have heard me talk ad nauseum on this channel about Vault Comics. They're really good. Probably my go-to indie publisher of the year. They've only been around since 2016, so they're out there proving that you can still make it out there in the comic book world. Comics aren't dead, folks. Comics aren't dead. There's just, there's just a lot of avenues to get them now, really. That's ultimately what it is. The market's changing. Social media and the internet is changing shit, and these publishers need to keep up with that. Publishers like Marvel and DC's of the world, your job isn't so easy now. You know what I mean? Even Image Comics, your job's not so easy now. You got other people out there to compete. You got people out there, small companies out there, like Aftershock Comics, like Vault Comics, who are creeping on the come up, man. And they're there. They're there. That's what I'm saying. They're not creeping at this point. They're there. And then we also obviously see other independent content creators who are doing campaigns through Indiegogo and Kickstarter and things like that. I've actually funded one of them, Preston Poulter at Pocket Jacks Comics. I believe his link is actually down in the description. I've went and supported his books. I bought all four of them of White Lily on from him, and well, two of them I backed on Kickstarter. A few of them I bought when I seen them here at LA Comic Con. But then I also got Guinevere and the Divinity Factory as well. So I basically backed 5 of his books. And pretty soon I'm going to have him. He's going to come here as a guest on the channel, Preston Poulter from Pocket Jacks Comics. And when he's leading up to it'll probably be after the new year just because it's going to be busy here the rest of the year. But we're going to bring him on when he's getting ready to launch his new campaign for White Lily issue number 5. And again, you know what? And I'll tell you, you can go check out Pocket Jacks Comics channel here on YouTube as well. But he's one of those creators, like, that's what he does too. He largely does a lot of videos talking about other people's content as well. And, I think the way he comments on it, though, is not in a way that I take really objection to. But he does, talk about plenty of people's stuff, and plenty of people fire back about it too. You know what I mean? And I guess that's one of the things you got to expect when you're making content about other people's content, is you got to expect that people are going to fire back. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing I hate about seeing all these people out there when they're doing this, is they get sensitive to somebody firing back because they made a video about somebody else. Look, if you make a video about somebody, they're probably going to fire back if they catch wind of it. So don't be upset when they do. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that about Preston Poulter, because I haven't seen him really retaliate back in a sort of way where I'm sitting there like, well, you kind of asked for it. I mean, he keeps it pretty,
pretty open-minded about it, knowing that if he's making the videos, they're going to fire back. Max does the same thing. You know he's going to fire back. But, you know, altogether, guys, I mean, what I'm saying here is don't be surprised and don't be hurt when somebody fires back, because you're making videos about other people, you know, and their content. Now, the thing is like, for me, it's like, don't talk shit about somebody else's content. Like, why you got, like, you shouldn't have to talk shit about somebody else's content. Like, that's just wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't want to do that. Now, I have talked shit about one person's content on here for sure, and that's because he came after me and wanted to be an asshole, and, you know, wanted to just, you know, flex his, you know, I've got nearly 500,000 subscribers muscles to me when I only had like 100 and something. He was just talking shit. I'm like, bro, I'm a new fucking channel and you're being a cocksucker. But that was different, right? That was different. But again, he came talking shit to me, and I offered to bring him onto the channel and squash it. I did a whole live stream about it, waiting for him to come on, and just ready to squash it right there. And I pretty much squashed it right there. I don't care about his shit. I don't pay attention to his shit. You know what I mean? He don't care about mine neither. You don't see me and him constantly making all these videos about each other. You're not going to go to Cosmic Wonder and him make some fucking video about 2nd Street Marvel, because we got, he was being an asshole, and, you know, there was some shit going on Twitter, and that was it. You know, he was probably like, okay, well, fuck that guy. And he blocked me on Twitter. You know, simple. You know, now I will say that, you know, he's a pussy for blocking me on Twitter, because people who block people are fucking pussies. That's just me, though. But some people out there are annoying, and people, you know, do that stuff. But for me, like, I don't block people. You know, I don't block people. Like if you're annoying and everything, like, I can still scroll right past your shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't block people. To me, that's some more like pussy shit out there too. That's like safe spacing it, if you ask me. And nobody, fuck safe spaces, man. Heist. Pope Cerebus says Heist also. Heist was a great one as well. Biden Touch says, who is the weirdo up on the screen? That's me, son. Yeah, but believe me, hey, man, I can be a weirdo too. Tommy says, Biden Touch, did you have a run-in with confused Biden? You have to stay away from him. All right. I'll take your word for it. Biden Touch says, I don't know who is behind that account. I don't. That's funny. Got some Bidens. We got Biden Dirty in here. We got Biden Touch and Biden Dirty. Oh, dang. Maybe it's Zod. It wouldn't be that funny. Okay. Mads Mom Bear says Zod couldn't multitask like that. That's funny. Tom says, then again, maybe it's all a facade and Zod is playing the lost guy. It could be. He could be an idiot savant. He could be. It's funny. Everybody talks so much shit about Zod, man. It's funny, man. He's a good character though, man, because he takes it all in stride. He don't take it personal. I mean, if he does take it personal, I guess I would know, because I've never seen him lash out and just like actually talk shit about anybody who's said fuck Zod or any of that kind of shit anyway. So yeah, obviously Zod's a pretty cool dude. You know, he's not one of those dudes with I think he's got an ego, but he's not one of those assholes with an overinflated ego who's sitting there upset about people's shit when they mention his name. You know what I mean? Some people just throw a fucking hissy fit. Biden Dirty says, normally I'd assume Senate, but it doesn't sound like him. That's funny. Yeah, Senate's a funny dude, man. Cracks me up. Peter Cola... Oh, man, where'd that go? Peter Colabucci says, hi, 2nd Street Marvel. Hi, Tommy, how are you? Well, hello, Peter. How are you doing today? Matt's Mama Bear says, that's what she said. Pope Cerebra says, I think there are some great points you are making. All right, well, thank you. I'm not sure what part that was at because I'm way behind here on the stream, but yeah, thank you. Pope Cerebus says, I saw Slayer last weekend, bro. Last show of the last tour. Man, that's badass, dude. I've never seen Slayer, dude. I would love to see Slayer. You know who I did get to see, though? And I'm pretty glad about that. I would have loved to catch them, especially back in the day, but Suicidal Tendencies. Yeah, I got to see Suicidal Tendencies, man. That shit was great. And what's great about it is, because, God, who else did we see there? We seen Suicidal Tendencies, House of Pain, Limp Bizkit. There was somebody else there, too. Korn? Was Korn there on that show? I think Korn... Nah. I can't remember. But, yeah, we went to the show, man. It was good. It was good, too. It was great, man. Um, U.S. Dutch Kitty says, late evening, y'all. Yes, it is. Getting a little bit late. Post Reaver says, most comic book people are cool. They are, man. There's a lot of great comic book content creators out there, man. And like I said, I've got an idea for a video that I'm going to be doing, hopefully in conjunction with some other comic book content creators out there, to make another one of those videos, those evergreen videos that people will constantly come back and watch and watch and watch. And those are the kind of videos that you got to make, if you want to, here on YouTube. You can't just make a bunch of you can't just do a bunch of hee-haw live streams, you know what I'm saying, like I do a lot of, you really can't. You got to make good videos that people want to come back and watch over and over. Tommy says, at Prope Cerebrus, the first, got to see him once during Ozfest, early 2000s. Nice, man. Nice. I got to go to the second Ozfest, and that was really good. It was really fun going to that second Ozfest, because, God, on the second Ozfest, there was a whole bunch of great bands. Like, I missed Snot. Like, as soon as we got in the doors, or I guess out in the place, Snot went off stage, and if you don't know who Snot is, not too much later after that, in 1999, the singer met his demise. But yeah, that was the second one. And God, who all was there? Ozzy was there. Mike Borden was there playing with Ozzy. Tool was there. Tool was really great. That was the second time I had seen them. Megadeth was on the show. Was there. Limp Bizkit was there. Cold Chamber was there. Seven Dust was there. System of a Down was there. And this was before System of a Down even had their second album out, I think. It was still on their first album. Let's see, who else was there? Ultraspank was there. Life of Agony was there. Like I already said, Snot was there. Who else was there? There was a whole. I mean, it was great, And I'm not really into those big shows like that, like the big Ozfest where they're outdoors and all that stuff. The sound's not all that great. I like being in small venues. I like small venues, and that's one thing I miss about. Like I like going down to Hollywood and watching shows, and they shut down the House of Blues, which was a fucking great place to go see a concert. Was the House of Blues on Sunset Boulevard? Fucking shame they closed that place down. But the Whiskey A Go Go, that's a nice small place as well to see a good show at. It's not a huge venue, and it's great. I like going there. Where else have I been? I think they closed that down too, but it was the Key Club. The Key Club was really great. The Key Club was actually the place they used in A Night at the Roxbury as the Roxbury when they were shooting outside and stuff. That was the Key Club. But yeah, man, I haven't been to a show in a while, man. Need to go. Biden Dirty says, I find your content too clean. Where is the dirty? The touch. Sorry, man. I'm keeping it clean tonight. I guess somewhat clean tonight. I haven't went off. Actually, I started to go off on a rant earlier, and then I said a word that I probably shouldn't say here. It'd probably get me demonetized. Well, I'm not monetized anyway. What am I worried about getting demonetized for, right? Pope Cerebra says both are Source Point Press. Oh, okay, yeah, that was on the man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was not Wasted Space is on. I think Wasted Space is on Vault Comics. But you're talking about the other one, Misplaced. Yeah, Misplaced. Oh, okay. And the other one, yeah, man, I was thinking Misplaced. Yeah. Source Point Press. Post Review says almost all Vault books I get. Yeah, me too. You know what? And that's pretty much what I've done. There's actually a new one that's getting ready to come out in January. I'm not sure how it's going to be. But I went ahead and put it on my pull list anyway because there's an alternate cover that they did that I thought was really sweet. Because the Vault it seems like I think all Vault titles on their number one issue they do like this Vault vintage thing where they pay homage to some comic books that have come before it. And there's one I seen at my local comic book shop I gotta get because it's the one that they did for the Plot issue number 1, the one that was that it was a Vault vintage cover I think of Tales of Suspense. I think that's what it was for the first one of the Plot. It's fucking great. It was a great cover, but I gotta see if they've got that still, man. But yeah, I pretty much, if Vault is coming out with a title at this point, I'm telling my local comic book shop, just get it in for me. I just want to get it. Because I haven't read Test. I was curious about Test. If you've read that, let me know what you think about that, Pope Cerebrus. I want to read Test. Random Brad creates, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Biden Dirty says, Tommy gets around as much as a towel at a YMCA. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Let's see. Oh, it just jumped again on me here. Okay, maybe that's good.
Matt's Mama's Bear says Limp Bizkit. They have a pill for that. Oh man, I love Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit is one of my favorites. Actually got a Limp Bizkit tattoo that I gave myself. Tommy says I seen that same show Trinity in Camden, New Jersey. Okay, I'm guessing Tommy that you're talking about the suicidal tendencies, Limp Bizkit, House of Pain. I'm guessing you're talking about that show. Yeah, great stuff. Random Bread creates says Toxicity. Yeah. System of a Down's second album. Yeah, I like that one. You know what? And for me, I was a bigger fan of like their first two albums. Everything after that was kind of like, I wasn't really as big on. But hey, they're not bad. They're not bad. U.S. Dutch Kitty says my first concert was In Sync in 2000. That's all good. Good U.S. Dutch Kitty. That's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Hey. In Sync was popular, man. They were a huge thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, and I'm not a hater of In Sync. Hey, all good in my book. Hey, but when I was growing up, man, we liked New Kids on the Block and shit. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's all good. Pope Shariva says loved Sunset House of Blues. Yes, the House of Blues that's on Sunset was fucking great. We met Eddie Van Halen. Well, I didn't get to meet Eddie Van Halen there, but we were there watching a Seven Dust show, and we knew he was in the audience because Lejean even called him out. But my friend, he's a guitar player. I think I talked about this the other day. My friend, he was a guitar player. He said he was outside, out back where where they let you go smoke at. You know what I'm talking about. Pope Cerebrus. But they had these chairs there. They had these really big chairs. They were kind of like cool, like fucking chairs they had there. But you go sit down and talk, sit down and smoke. My friend was sitting out there having a cigarette, and he said sitting there smoking, and he said somebody just walked up and was like, hey, anybody sitting here? You mind if I sit and smoke? And he's like, no, cool, go ahead. He said he's sitting there smoking, and then he just looked up and he's like, Eddie Van Halen. He's like, he said he played it as cool as he fucking could. He's like, dude, I wanted to jump out of my skin because he's a guitar player, and obviously Eddie Van Halen's a guitar player. He said, dude, he's like, dude, I was like, he's like, I wanted to fucking fanboy out, but I didn't want to sound like a dumbass or some shit like that. So he was just like, and just that was that. But yeah. I think God what is one of the biggest ones I met? Mike Patton. We met Mike Patton outside of the Palladium. When who were they playing with that day? I can't remember. And this was like a handful of years ago, like maybe 8 years ago. Maybe it might have been a little over that, but yeah, we went. We seen him at the Palladium, Faith No More at the Palladium down in L.A. And we were coming up. You know what's funny too is we got out of my truck and me and my friend were walking up to the venue because we were parked out back. And I was like, oh man, I should have grabbed my Sharpie. And he's like, what do you need a Sharpie for? And I said, you'll never know who you'll bump into. Right as soon as I say that, we bump right into Mike Patton. Literally, as soon as I say that, we bump right into Mike Patton and Danny DeVito. And the only thing we got of it is my friend got a picture with Mike Patton because I'm going to be nice to you, Rich. Cue Ball, if you're still here, I'm going to be nice. But he got a picture with him. I didn't get a picture. Yeah. Bringing it up. Anyway, but yeah, that was great. Pope Cerebrus, the first says the Palladium. Yeah. Social Introvert TV says, I finally got a chance to see my favorite band, Killswitch Engage, earlier this year. That's pretty cool, man. I'm not a huge Killswitch Engage fan, but they are pretty good. They're not, I don't hate them, but yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good, and that's cool, man. You finally got to go see them. That's awesome. Like, I'm just happy. I've seen Faith No More twice, and that was like a bucket list thing. Speaking of which, I think Mr. Bungle is playing like in February here. We tried to get tickets for that. Mads Mama Bear says it's okay, U.S. Dutch Kitty. My first was New Kids on the Block in the late '80s. Yep, see that, and that's what I'm saying, Mads. Yeah, fucking New Kids on the Block. Yeah, it was a thing. And you know what? Honestly, I think New Kids on the Block is probably worse than NSYNC. Nah, maybe not. They're about the same. They're the same. Random Bread Creates says Guar is one of the best live concerts I've ever seen. Hectic. Yeah, you know what? I've got friends that have seen them multiple times that said they put on one hell of a show. Yeah, and plus that's what they do. Yeah, I mean, they're up there performing, they're playing the music and everything. They got their suits and shit on. They're fucking bonkers, man. Guar is crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome that you got to see them there, man. Yeah, that is a good show. Shame about this. Yeah, shame about the singer, definitely. Biden Dirty says, who got fingers?
U.S. Dutch Kitty says, I still got a pin of New Kids somewhere in my jewelry box. I'm a mid-'80s baby. Oh, okay. Nice. Pope Cerebro says, homage covers from Vault. Yes, those are great. I'm telling you, I like those homage covers they're doing. They do a good job on them. And I think a lot of times I've been picking up those homage covers that they've been doing. I need to pick up some of the original covers. Like even for Money Shot, I got the homage cover of the what was it, Fantastic Four on that one? Yeah, I even got that one too. Good stuff. Yeah, House of Secrets. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that was. I think that was like of the Swamp Thing. Was that not like one of the Swamp Thing? Am I wrong there? I could be wrong there. Mads Mom Bear says, I like Limp Bizkit. No, I love Limp Bizkit. I still love him. You know what I'm saying? That's where I am with Limp Bizkit. Waiting for that new album, Fred. If you're ever watching this, I'm waiting. Pope Shariba says, Test was odd, but it was only 5 issues. Yeah, I was going to say, I seen it was only 5 issues. I didn't get to read it, though, but it was odd. And that's one of those things, like, it's odd in what way? Because that makes me want to read it. I want to read that oddity. Let's see. Random Brad creates as Brocky. I did see him live down here before he cut off our Prime Minister's head. Brocky. Oh, I don't know if I've ever heard of Brocky. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, I feel so young compared to y'all, though. Yeah, that's all good, U.S. Dutch Kitty. I was born in the 70s, late 70s, but I was born in the 70s, so yeah, it's all good. I'm kind of old. Pope Cerebro says, Mr. Bungle. Yeah, Mr. Bungle's great, man. Fucking great. Yeah. Pope Cerebro says, probably Tomahawk. Yeah, Tomahawk is great, too. Tomahawk is good, too. You know who else I want to see? I also want to see Mike Patton do his Peeping Tom thing. I would love to see that live. Speaking of which, I'm wondering where that second Peeping Tom album is, because I think he said when they made Peeping Tom that they had enough material for like 3 albums. You know what I mean? Where's the other 2 albums, Mike? Yeah. Nice clothes to Guar. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Random Brad creates says, F and Mike Patton yelled abuse at me for walking out of his concert. High strung twat. Think Fear Factory was playing at the same time. Do the math. Oh yeah, and see, and that's the weird thing is like, Faith No More is one of those bands. They always get paired up with another weird band like Fear Factory and Faith No More. While they're both like metal, rock, I wouldn't know. Yeah, like that's just an odd pairing. Fear Factory and Faith No More. It's an odd pairing. The first time I seen Faith No More, there's only 2 people on the bill, and there might have been an opener, but I don't think there was. It was just Limp Bizkit and Faith No More. There's not really much of another more odd pairing than that. Tommy says, seen Primus once too. I played bass and was just in awe of the bass work. No, I haven't seen Primus. I was thinking maybe I did see him, but I'm thinking, no, it was Tool. I know I definitely seen Tool twice, but I didn't see Primus. Pope Shariba says, I want to see Bungle. I am in San Diego, but lived in L.A., Culver City in the Valley. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I wanted to see Bungle too, man. Like, we were on there. Me and my wife were both on there, on our phones, on the computers that day, at that second, waiting in line to get those tickets for that show, but we didn't get them, man. My friend says he's still going to get us to him. Post Reba says, yeah, okay, yeah, first Swamp Thing? Awesome. I figured it was, yeah. SnowDubs says, thanks again for having me on earlier, Trinity. Yeah, man, anytime, dude. Anytime, SnowDub. We got to get together more often. For that. And speaking of which, guys, like I said, guys, here on the channel, like I said, there are some links down in the description where if you would like to, if you want to, you can go down there and you can become a Patreon supporter, or you can send direct donations at any time. Support us here on the channel. One of the things I was talking about earlier, if you guys weren't here earlier, is one of the things I want to reach out to a couple of friends first. But also, if any of you guys want to, I am looking, I guess you could say, for an executive producer of my live shows. And basically, what I'm looking here for is some funding to be able to afford some stuff to step up my production here on the live shows I do. And so if you're one of those people who wants to put up some money to be an executive producer, for the year of next year. Please let me know so we can go ahead and get some of those things squared away, and we'll talk just so I can step up my production value here. But again, it's nothing that's required, guys. I'm going to be sitting here making content the best I can with the tools that I have at my disposal, and so far, guys, I think I've done a decent job. And hey, I've got you guys here, and I appreciate that. I really do greatly appreciate you guys being here. Anytime that you guys are here to watch my videos and hear me flap my gums about a bunch of nerdy things. Like I said, those links are down there in the description where you can send a one-time donation, become a Patreon supporter, or like I said, if you would like to be an executive producer of my live shows here, please get a hold of me. Yeah. So, but like I said, I've got another friend I'm going to hit up. He might be into that. So anyway, yeah. That being the case, thank you guys so much for being here. I do greatly appreciate all of you guys. Okay, so now let's get back in here, and again, thank you, SnowDub, for being here, man. Always a great time hanging out with you, man. You're a great guy. You, Kermit, always fun, man. Always fun, man. Down with the Cotton Connection for sure. Mads Mama Bear says NSYNC was one of the few I didn't crush on someone. Okay, well, it's probably because I think by the time NSYNC came out, Mads Mama Bear, we were kind of older. You know what I mean? We'd have been kind of older, and probably not be on the crush stage for a couple of baby-faced young men. I didn't have a crush on any of them. I'm just kidding. I didn't. They were all right though. They were all right. Random Brad Create says, was lead singer of Guar, Brocky, he passed. Oh, okay, what you were saying earlier. Nice. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I knew he passed away. Ryan H, Den of Nerds executive producer. Thank you so much for being here. Nice to have you here. Let's see. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, late 70s. You're around my brother's age, so you ain't old in my eyes. Nah, I'm not too old. I mean, there's, you could see it's peppery, and I can't grow it here, but that's another story. Probably too many drugs back in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. I don't know. Tommy says, seen one where Queensryche opened for Metallica. Oh, dude, are you serious? Dude, you know what's crazy is Queensryche has been doing those tours where they went through and man, what was that album? I can't remember the name of it right now all of a sudden off the top of my head, but that album, you know what album I'm talking about? Operation Mindcrime. They went and they played was that Operation Mindcrime, I think? Was that them that did that? And they went through and they played the whole damn thing live, man. Like, I want to go see. Sometimes when some of those bands do that, it seems kind of like, it's a gimmick. But hopefully a lot of times they'll play extra songs there like afterward. But that's great. That's great, man. That's awesome. Random Brad says, absolutely love Mr. Bungle. Yes, they are great. They are very good. Matter of fact, the day that we didn't get the tickets, since I was so upset, I went out and listened to Mr. Bungle that day while I was working. It was great. Maz Mama Bear says, I'm not calling Trinity old. I think we're about the same age. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was born in the late 70s, so yeah. I'm 40. I'm 40 right now, so yeah, I'm not that old. Yeah. You're only as old as you feel anyway, or as old as you think you are. Demajnai says, "Hell, chap, my brother, how you doing? I hope you're all doing well today. And if you guys don't know Demajnai, he is part of the Dark Council, and you should go check us out on Tuesday on Drunk 3PO's channel. Always a good time. Always a good time. Ryan H. Den of Nerd says, do you feel a shift in the Star Wars fandom turning towards the positive? I know I'm just a normie, but I feel with Mando and the new things coming out, there's a change brewing. I do. You know what, Ryan, and in case you guys don't know, Ryan is one of the executive producers over at the Den of Nerds, one of my favorite channels. And, Josh over the Den of Nerds kind of started this new thing called the Grey Order. Just like another fandom movement, I guess you could say similar to the Fandom Menace, but in an effort to get people together to have more meaningful conversations, when we can sit down and disagree in a cordial manner, instead of being at each other's throats all the time. And that's really all it's all about. Anybody can be part of the Grey Order. That's the thing, is you just basically, the only thing you really have to do is not be an asshole. But I will tell you, Ryan, I do feel it turning towards the positive, because I think there's a lot of people out there, and that's something I've been largely doing here on my show, is talking a lot about this stuff in the first place. And that's why when Josh announced like the Grey Order and stuff, I was completely on board, because I interact with a lot of people in the Fandom Menace. There's probably people here, like Demajnai here, is part of the Fandom Menace. But, there's this stigma that everybody kind of has, whether with certain sects of fan groups. And a lot of people, and that's something I've been trying to do on my channel the whole time anyways, break down those barriers in the first place. And I think I've got a lot of people here on my channel who are, probably do consider themselves fandom ministers, who do come here and watch and listen to what I have to say and support me in the show. And I never see any of those people acting up and being assholes in my chat. And most of the people that I hang out with and that I know, who are even part of the fandom menace and things like that, they're not the people who are out there always being like these loud assholes. And I do notice though that it does seem like we are getting more of that though, and that's the good thing, And I've wanted to be a part of that, and I think largely a lot of the people that come here on my channel and watch are that, no matter what part of the fandom they are a part of, they are those people who are willing to listen to others. And you know what? That's the only way that we're gonna bring all this back together, is getting each of us who feel the same way about stuff and reaching out to our favorite content creators. Like I said, I listen to my viewers when they say something. I do my best to listen to them and cater to what they want, because they're my viewers, they're my audience. And that's the ultimate thing, is for us as viewers and people, when we support these other channels, is telling people like, hey, like, I get your criticisms, that's cool, but like a lot of times, like, you're going on with this or you're doing that, that's where we gotta, tell our favorite content creators like, hey, like, I like your stuff. Like I said, I like Mad Max, for example. I like his work. I've been critical on his channel and told him like, hey, dude, like, and I was talking about that earlier. When people are worried about other people's channels and their content and making videos about other people and their channels and all this, it's like, make your one video, but then after that, like, you don't have to keep going after each other. And that's the thing, is getting that. So I've been trying to do that, and that's one of the reasons. Like I said, I interact with a lot of the people in the Fandom Menace. I'm on Drunk 3PO's channel every Tuesday on Some Black Guys and a Drunk, and part of the reason why is, because I'm there and they all know I'm not part of the Fandom Menace. They're all willing to hear me out and hear what I have to say. They come here and they watch my videos as well, and that's the thing, is that's what I've kind of been doing anyway. That's when the Gray Order thing came about, is I want to be part of it, because I've been kind of doing that anyway, trying to get everybody else. And largely, you can ask anybody here in my chat, and I can almost guarantee you, none of them want to see all that negative shit that's been going on out there. And I think there is that turn is being made. More people, I do see more people starting to get together to collaborate in live streams and talk with people from other fandoms, who may not think the same as them and things like that. And I do think that Mandalorian is playing a role in that, as well as the fact that I think a lot of people are getting tired of it, of all the divide, of all the divisiveness. Other people out there in their on their channels, people who are being those naysayers, who are being those like more negative people. A lot of those people are starting to see the after effects of it. You know what I mean? That's why I was talking about this earlier. People on Twitter and YouTube here lately talking about, their videos ain't getting views, their channel's not getting clicks, their retention time, and all this stuff. It's YouTube, it's this and that. No, it's your content, because people are getting tired of seeing that same old shit. We want people being honest with us. We want people being cool and hanging out. Like I said, even like I said, my brother Damajnai, if he's still here, he's one of these people. He's part of the Fandom Menace, but you're not going to see him lash out and be an asshole to somebody because they like something. They like something about something that he don't like. And that's what it is, and that's ultimately what it's all about. But I do feel it taking a turn towards the positive. Now the bad thing is there's while that's happening, is you're gonna get people starting to crank the negative up more at the same time. It's because with the action and reaction thing, it's there, but largely that's where some of those people may end up losing viewers due to that, because people will start to tune out. So yeah, I think you're absolutely. I think there's absolutely a positive turn being made, and again, that's that's all on us. That's the fans, and that's funny. Henry Cavill was at you. I'm sure you guys have probably seen all the videos out there. I know Young Ripper 59 did one. I seen even your boy Zach did a video talking about the comments that Henry Cavill made talking about toxic fandom, and Henry Cavill fucking bam answered that question the best way you can, and really the only way you can.
is he didn't give into that interviewer's question. He says, I don't see it as toxic at all. It's just people who are passionate about their stuff. And, I think more people are starting to come around to the fact that I'm actually just passionate about my fandom more than I am about hating somebody else for theirs and things like that. And I think largely a lot of people are starting to come to terms with that. And I think that's really what the ultimate battle here is it's a battle with ourselves and coming to terms with ourselves and saying, you know what, I don't like this, and I'm not against people who do like this stuff, and people coming to terms with those kinds of things. I do think a lot of that is, like I said, a lot of people getting tired of it. A lot of people really actually do genuinely wanting to hear people out, and I am glad to see more people coming together to air those differences out. Now the thing is, there are some people out there, I do feel that there are still some people out there who are talking about wanting to do that, wanting to bring fandoms back together and wanting to do all this stuff, but their methodology is wrong, and they're actually just out there wanting to just fight against other people. They're wanting to fight against this content creator, fight against that content creator, fight against, the fandom menace, or fight against, whatever, fight against the Grey Order. There's just people out there that want to do that. They just want to cross swords with somebody else. There are still those people out there doing it. And, largely most of them people don't get the attention that they want. And we shouldn't pay those people attention, people who are just wanting to cause that discourse and just wanting to fight with other people. And that's the thing is, just wanting to do that. If you want to do that, hey, but we see there are guys out there who just want to do that, and that's just sad, like, if you're going to fight, cross your swords and bring them in close and be like, okay, now let's talk about this. We got you here, we got your attention, let's talk about this. And that's the thing, not being assholes. Can we just try not being assholes? And Biden Dirty says, what is the Cotton Connection? The Cotton Connection is being down with the puppets, man. Are you a puppet phobe? Don't be a puppet phobe. Go subscribe to Kermit. Go subscribe to SnowDub Music and Entertainment. Don't be a puppet phobe. That's the Cotton Connection right there. And once again, what's up, Demajnai? Man, it's got to be late where you're at. I know you're over there on the East Coast. Mads Mama Bear says, oh, Demajnai, you'll laugh when you hear what Sunday's episode is going to be. You inspired it. All right. Let's see. Pope Cerebra says, but Jeff Tate was not singing with them. Jeff Tate was not. Oh, okay. Really? Oh man, when they did that thing. Oh man, that's a shame. Random Brad Crazy says, yes, Operation Mindcrime is one of the greatest albums. I've got the OG vinyl. Damn, that's nice. That's one you'll treasure. Let's see. Peter Kolabushi says, hi, how are you? Mad Max says, hey, Trinity, preach, brother. Yeah, man, how you doing, Max? Hope you're having a good evening. Let's see. Yeah, I was talking about you earlier, Max. Ooh, I know, man. I was talking about you earlier. Are you gonna make another video about me? Oh, man, what's up, man? Let's see. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, generally people want a well-rounded set of opinions of a subject, but when some creators think that the one set makes them have attention, they dial it to 11. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say, like, that's why I try not to concentrate on all that here on my channel. On my channel, my videos are about things that I like, theories, things that I want to enjoy, things that I want you to enjoy, things I want you to get into. I don't do videos about other people, about their content. I mean, I do that for the live streams. And like I said, when I'm doing them, I'm not doing it to talk shit about people. I usually do it as a means of criticism. And even in my critiques, I'm not usually being an asshole about it. Like, because for the most part, like, other people's content is other people's content. They do with it what they want. And I either watch it or I don't. It's simple. I'm a simple man. I need to make a song called Simple Man. Random Bread Creates says, Second Street Marvel, you're pretty damn cool, and that's why I'm here. Well, thank you, Random Bread Creates. I appreciate that. I do my best, and like I said, when it comes down to this whole thing, like, I don't take no ego in this shit, man. Like, that's not me.
you know, like even when I was like bike riding and stuff, when we used to do these Saturday morning bike rides at the bike shop, when the bike shop used to do those, like I like I was like one of the faster guys there, you know, and I never was like an asshole to people about it, and like the guys were saying that about like, oh, like saying about me one time, like, hey, like Trinity's not that guy, like I don't showboat or anything like that kind of stuff. Like I don't really take ego or anything, because like I know there's somebody better out there than me. I know there's smarter people out there than me. There's stronger people. There's better people out there than me than about things like that. So like I choose not to have an ego in that sense, because like I'm just a dude. You know what I mean? I'm just a dude out there. You know what I mean? And I don't take this shit personal. Like I said, when the people who are making all the videos, talking shit about each other, like somebody talks shit about me, I'm just like, hey man, I'm glad I meant for you to talk shit about me. Hey man, good on you. Good on you. You're all good, man. But I just like largely I don't care about that in those sort of ways. I don't know, man. I just don't put too much stock into those kinds of things. Like I'm just here. I want to have fun and share what I love, and I hope you guys like it too. RC Scott, welcome back, or maybe you've been here the whole time. Says Henry Cavill wants to play Superman again. He'd better kiss our asses. And you know what? I would love for him to play Superman. Man of Steel, dude. I love Man of Steel. That movie's fucking great. Of course, I have one friend who liked it and said, oh, this is just basically Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, ooh, yeah, it kind of is. But yeah, no, I like Henry Cavill as Superman. And yeah, I like the Superman movie. Demajani says, yeah, I'm here playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm guessing that's Final Fantasy 14. But as you said, that's why when I talk about the situation in the fandom, I don't use typical buzzwords like SJW and NPC. Not my job. My job is to bounce. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Mad Max says, speaking of assholes, I am in the chat. Yeah, man, you're not an asshole, Max. You're an all right dude, man. Some people probably think you're an asshole, but you're all good in my book, man. And speaking of which, Mad Max, I'm telling you, Stephen Walton's video mocking you, dude, I was fucking dying laughing at that video. I watched that video. Oh man. Dude, I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard through that whole fucking video. When he's smacking the bat on his head. I'm mad. I think I watched that video. I think I watched that video like 3-4 fucking times in a row, man. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny shit. Demajani says, back any nonsense that the mainstream puts out. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mad Max says, you're getting close to 1K, Second Street. Yeah, I'm getting close, man. Like 140 away or something like that, man. Now the only thing I need is them 1,000 hours watch time. But you guys being here watching my videos helps that. You guys being here, man. Again, thank you guys so much. I'm probably getting ready to end here pretty soon, but let's see. I'm going to get through these live chats, so you guys are probably going to start blowing up the live chats now, huh, to keep me going. Biden Ted says, it's hard to imagine why anyone would want to talk trash about Trinity. I know, man. Yeah, nobody has. It's all good. And like I said, I don't really care if they do, man. It's all good. It would be hard to imagine why I'm such a likable guy. Random Bread Creates says, you ride bikes as well? Hell yeah, I'm old man BMX. Too many injuries now, so I just cruise around. Nice. Random Brad Creates, actually, the owner of my local comic book shop where I go here at Block Bikes. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him, but Rich Bartlett, dude, he was a fucking huge name in BMX back in the day. He was like the only one that was like he was like backed by himself, self-promoted, I guess you would say, or how would you say, like his own sponsor. Yeah, Rich Bartlett, he was known as the Butcher. I'm not sure if you know him, but yeah, he was pretty big into the BMX scene back in the day. That's how he got his name. But that dude's a fucking beast on any bike you put him on. Lethal Lightning, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? US Dutch Kitty says, I haven't seen Man of Steel just because from the trailers I could see that they were going too grim. Yeah, maybe so. It might be a little dark for some, but I really like Man of Steel. I thought it was good. Let's see. Oh, Christy's here. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Christy, I didn't get to have you on my 1-year anniversary stream, so we're gonna get you on the show soon. We're gonna get you on the show soon, Christy. We will. Mad Max says, "Don't worry, I'm going to use that video for something cool." Oh, the Stephen Walton video? That's great. I can't wait to see that, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I watched that video. I was dying laughing. I was dying, dude. 'Cause I'm mad! Dude, that shit. Oh, man. You know what it is? Yeah. You should be thankful that you inspired him to make that video. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. You know, and that's why I've said that to a lot of people, because I've said that to people like, dude, like, you're an inspiration to me. Like, you inspire me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes not all inspiration is a good thing. Sometimes, I mean, it's good for me, but it's not always a good thing. Inspiring somebody isn't always a good thing. So anytime somebody ever tells you that you inspire me, it's not always a good thing. Because maybe you inspire them to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's see. Man of Steel was kind of a missed opportunity. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I overall I really liked the movie. Mad Max the Mandalorian says, "Have B level on. He can help you get those watch time hours." I don't know. For one, before I have B level on my show, I've got to talk to the guy first. I don't know about having him on my channel, and not that I'm not against talking to him. I'm completely open to that, but I'm not sure I want to give that guy a stage to speak on, because largely from what I've noticed about him, that's all he's really seeking is somebody else's stage to speak on. And I've got a lot of reasons for why I would say that. But again, that would come down to me actually having a conversation with him, which I would do, but I'm not going to do that on my channel without knowing where his head's at first, because I don't know where that dude's head's at. Because from what I've seen of him, is all he's wanting to do is fight other people and fight other fandoms. He's just wanting to fight against the fandom menace. And that's not what I'm about. I'm not about fighting against the fandom menace. I'm not about fighting against whoever for whatever reason. I'm not about that. And I don't want that on my channel. We're not here to fight somebody. We're not here to right fight. I'm not here to get people canceled. I'm not, and that's largely the language I hear out of him. That's why until I actually get to have a conversation with him, he won't be here live on my channel. Now, I've actually thought about that, though. I actually thought about reaching out to him to do a live stream exclusively for my Patreon supporters. I have done that. I thought about doing that so I could do that for them, just so they could get a look at him, and and so I could get a look at him and have a conversation with him without having to give him my stage and my group of people that show, because I'm not here to fight anybody. I'm not here to fight fandoms or anything like that. Any of that weirdo shit, that's not what the fuck I do here. So I'd have to have, that conversation with them first. And, like I said, I would happily stream that for my Patreon supporters. Something, just something a little bit different, but I'm not against having him on. I'm not against that. I just don't know where his head's at. And that, for me, that's the ultimate thing, is where his head's at. Because for me, largely, I've only noticed that he just wants a stage, somebody else's stage to use. But like I said, I'm not against it. Lethal Lightning says, "Hey, Brad, it's going to start getting warm in here soon." Oh, man. Let's see. Lethal Lightning says, "Max versus Steven in a WWE Hell in a Cell. Who wins?" I don't know, man. Oh, man. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go with Max on that one. Let's see. U.S. Dutch Kitty says, according to Chrissy, he getting you on his stream. I wouldn't miss that. Yeah, he doesn't say she was supposed to be on my 1-year anniversary. Just things happened, and we didn't get her on the show, but she'll be on. We'll get her on here soon. Let's see. Lethal Lightning says that Second Street Marvel Marauders is surprisingly one of my favorite books at the moment. Marauders is actually pretty decent. It is actually pretty good. I've quite enjoyed it. Now the only bad thing about it is I don't think it's gonna last for a whole long time. I'm thinking like 12 issues max. It might go longer than that. It might go 18, 20. I just don't see it lasting longer than that, though I wish it did. according to Chris, he says, "Girl, I had the chat muted. What's going on?" That's funny. Pope Cerebral says it's not good fighting the fandom. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not good. I mean, why? I just don't get fighting with other people like on YouTube and on the Twitter, like fighting, like constantly going at. Like, I just don't see the point in that, man. Like, get a fucking life. Read a comic book. Jerk off. You know, do something. You know, like I said, I'm just not worried about other people's shit all the time. That's what it is. But you know, I'm not the one. I don't want to make another video. You know what I'm talking about, Max. But hey, man. Max, you know I still watch all your shit, man. But come on, man. Make some of those Blu-ray fucking videos, man. Make some of your still box videos, man. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. TT, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody. Oh, yeah. It's not a request. Accept no invitations for this madness. Yes. All right, guys. Let's see. Lethal Lightning says at Mad Max. I believe I am your favorite from G&G. G&G. Oh, Lethal. Are you on Geeks and Gamers now? Are you doing? I thought I heard somebody saying that the other day, but hey, man, congratulations to you. I know Drunk's been doing some shit over there too, man. Fucking hey, man. Hey, whatever connections you make, you do that kind of stuff. Cool. I mean, like, I'm not subscribed to Geeks and Gamers. I don't watch any of their videos. Occasionally. Not even really occasionally. They don't really pop up on my stream anymore or on my home feed. But you know, neither does any of that clickbait bullshit, and I'm glad about that. But yeah, no, man, fucking hey, good for you, dude. TT says Lethal Lightning. Even on the island up here, it's 35 degrees Celsius, and the smoke isn't helping either. Oh man. Pope Cerebral says Marauder's problem is that it is Marvel. In my opinion, the bottom of the publisher's list. Yeah, maybe so. And you know, one thing Pope Cerebral says, I've heard that DC's actually going. I heard that DC lately has really been going back down the crapper again as well. But I don't read enough DC to know. Out of DC, I've just been reading Hawkman and Deceased. That's all I've really read out of DC lately, and those were both pretty good. Lethal Lightning says Marauders made me a Kitty Pryde fan. I know it's a very different for her, but I love her attitude. Yeah, and in that first issue, man, she was kicking some fucking ass, man. That was great. Lonely Banter says, been watching on TV. Nice. So you see my face all big and everything, or do you watch on a little 32-inch? I don't know. Lethal Lightning says, Second Street Marvel, yes, man, I do Star Wars, EU, DC Comics, and some gaming news over there. Nice. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll have to stop in and check you out sometime. And you can, I guess, when I stop in and check you out sometime, you can tell Geeks and Gamers, like, see, I got this guy here, and he don't even fucking watch this channel. I got him here, all right? You can tell him, you can tell Jeremy to slide you a couple extra dollars. You know what I'm saying? I feel Max getting ready to make a comment after me saying that shit. But anyway, guys, I've been going on far too long here. Like I said, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, I've got I'm getting caught up on all my comic books, everything. You know, like I said, I've got some 2099 reviews getting ready to come out. Hopefully here by the end of the weekend. Thank you guys again so much. Again, if you guys there's some links down in the description where you can go if you want to buy if you have holiday season, you want to buy some nuts, some gift baskets, anything like that. Go look at those links down there for the Peanut Peddler. There's also links down there for Vigilantes for children. You should go check those guys out. There's some links down there in the description as well. You could also check out the links down there for if you want to send direct donations via Streamlabs or become a Patreon supporter. I would greatly appreciate that. I appreciate all of you being here. Oh, there's no money involved. What are you doing it for then, man? I'm just kidding, man. He said I'm just waiting for Mad Max to say something like, oh yeah, he's going to have another video to make. Anyway, guys, you all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you go check out SnowDubs' channel. Make sure you go check out Ribbit and Bigot Show coming back after a 1-week hiatus. You guys have a good day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Later. Oh, guys, thank you so much for being here, guys. One hell of a night, man. Thank you guys once again for being here. In case you guys didn't catch the beginning of the stream, make sure you go back, watch the beginning of it. Give me some watch time up, guys.
You know, but thank you guys so much again. Like I said, we had SnowDub here on the show tonight. Absolutely great. Talk a little comic book review there in the middle before I talk, after we talk to SnowDub. But you guys have a good night. We'll see you all later. Peace.